movie podcast ever recorded. And today, we're in the back of a Hostess truck, living on a dream, heading west for Video Armageddon. It's the Wizard, and this is going to be a great day. Let's go.
Great day. I like that one.
Thanks, man.
Good intro, buddy.
I love bad movies rules. It's so bad.
It's so bad. It's the worst. It's the worst.
Not like that.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Welcome in, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome, Dr. Madela. Man, that
Good day, mate.
no, that's what?
Oh.
You're Irish?
Sorry.
Let's do that again.
It's
Sorry, let's just start over.
All right.
Thank you for being here today, by the way, for a video game movie. It's okay. What do we
Just move
That's
on.
worse.
with the
It's so
guy.
much worse. Someone I know loves video games. Happy that you're here for this.
Yes.
Okay.
I love video games.
Perfect. And the mad genius Joe Goratowski. What's up, dude?
Hey, I also play video games sometimes.
That's right. I've played them with you.
He plays
Yes.
like Kitchen Simulator,
Power Wash Simulator?
Yeah.
Vacuum Simulator.
Landscape
Power Wash
Simulator.
Simulator is so good.
It is good. I have that.
It's good stuff. First time back since a month ago when we did Vigilante Force.
Yes.
So, well, in fact, I think all of us we got the crew
We
back.
got
from
the
Vigilante.
crew
back together.
Awesome.
The best crew.
Yeah.
Man, it's been so long since I've seen you guys. And
We should change our shirts.
Jenna back in again.
I am your child, so I do play video games.
I witnessed it, and we played some of these video games that they've seen in the movie.
She's your daughter, and she plays mind games as well.
Oh, how about that? That's true. Yep, Gaslight Central over at my house.
Sorry.
That's all I got to say.
You're not.
I didn't drink your
exactly
Coke.
Wrong.
Yeah, right. I got you.
You got the wrong kid there.
See, she's already right. It made me
Getting
leave
defensive.
defense
I
mode.
apologize. I didn't
all right.
want to start off on a bad
all right.
foot.
Can you explain what you mean by that, though, so I can understand?
Oh, now you're American. Because you were Irish, then you were British.
Then you just, I don't know what that last one was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that just your regular voice, or are you still doing an accent?
I'm like Christian Bale. This is just for the show.
Bad movies rule.
It's actually really easy for me to do this accent.
What's my real voice?
Swear to me.
Well,
Rachel?
welcome in, guys. We're here to talk about 1989's The Wizard.
Yeah.
And let's just get through the vitals. After that, guys, we're going to go scene by scene through the movie, walk you through the whole thing. So if you haven't seen it, you can still listen. And then at the end, we're going to give out some awards before we finally determine if this is, in fact, a bad movie as it's rated, or maybe it's a bad movie that rules. And sometimes, very rarely, it's a straight up good movie.
Yeah.
So this movie was directed by Todd Holland, not Tom Holland. Todd Holland, his uncle or something. I don't know.
Tom Holland, not that one, but a different one,
Yeah.
directed Child's Play.
So we're getting a lot of Hollands directing movies because you guys just did that on the Patreon horror show, The Horror Reel.
Yeah.
Nice. Movie was written by David. You ready? It was written by David Chisholm. Chisholm, John Chisholm. Weary
I don't get this.
You don't
Go
wanna-
home and watch
You don't want to
Chisholm.
know.
Both of those guys,
amazing.
I don't think I do.
Todd and David, both. Todd just directed TV shows and some really, really good ones. Max Headroom, one of them. And then David Chisholm, only TV shows he's a writer for. So both of those guys worked almost exclusively in television, but they both made this movie together. Movie star, speaking of a TV star, Fred Savage from The Wonder Years,
Yep.
Princess Bride.
Of course.
Good
Deadpool.
stuff. Deadpool. That's right. Austin Powers, Gold member.
Oh, jeez.
Mole.
That's a big mole. Cut it off. Shut it up and make guacamole.
Luke Edwards is also in this movie, and Jenny Lewis, Beau Bridges, and Christian Slater
Yes.
is in this film inexplicably. Yeah.
Love that guy.
It just.
Oh, calm down.
What was that just escaped? You're like, whoo, yes, Christian
No,
Slater.
I said
Take your
"Ooh,"
shirt
I didn't
off.
say who.
Oh, I thought you were like, oh my, huh.
She's over there
I think
viewing
he's a
about
good
it.
actor. Okay.
She's like,
We were watching this together. We were watching this together, and she said, "Oh, that's the guy from Heathers. He's so hot."
I did not. Okay, I actually did not say that. I did say he's the guy from Heathers. I did not say.
Isn't he the guy from Blue Valentine?
I don't know.
I just remembered
Is
him
he?
from
think
Prince
so.
of Thieves.
Prince, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Will Scarlet. Let's go. Movie had a budget of $6 million,
Million.
all of which was provided by Nintendo of America.
Was it really?
It had to have been.
Oh
Yeah,
my God!
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
Ben.
Yeah.
The thing
It
is,
was directly sponsored by Nintendo.
2-hour commercial, man.
It
There's no way
was.
They didn't pay
It
for it.
Pretty
works.
Yeah.
Box office off of a $6 million budget was $14.3 million. I thought this movie would have done better than that back in the day.
Well, after it hit the VHS stuff and
People saw
came real good cult following after
Yeah.
this.
Here's the thing. It's got a 6.1 on IMDb right now. That's pretty high. For us, it's, let's see, number 52 out of 170, tied with Broken Arrow, another Christian Slater movie, and Deep Rising,
Oh.
the octopus, killer octopus film. Have you seen Deep Rising?
I have not seen that.
Rush out and see it sometime next year.
Do it.
Sometime next year.
The Critic Score. This is why I shouldn't eat right before I do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good for the uncut.
Keep that.
Gargling beer.
Keep that.
Is that a gargle? Like,
He's
It's
choking.
just like,
I'm fine. I'm good.
The pelican
the
choking.
hell?
It's I drink like a pelican. Yeah. Slosh it around in there and then choke it down. The movie has a critic score of 27%. What are they smoking over there in the house where all the critics live? I assume they all live together. That's bad. That's so low. And
How? Like,
the audience score also barely rotten at 59%. So 1% off being fresh from the audience, but still a wide disparity between critics and audience on this one, 27 to 59. And so we got to figure this out, guys. Are the critics right? Are the people right? I don't know. I haven't seen this movie since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Had any of you saw this before?
I remember seeing parts of it. I can't. When I watched it again, parts of it felt like I was watching it for the first time, but then there was a lot of parts of it I go, I remember this one. So I can't remember whether I saw the whole movie or just happened to catch it when it was on TV
Right.
and only watched certain parts.
It was on your television while you were running around eating Lunchables. and doing
Exactly.
stuff. You're just
A
like,
lot
oh,
of time, yeah. We had that problem at our age.
Yeah.
Where we didn't necessarily rent a lot of stuff and they would play a lot of these movies on TV.
Right.
And you never knew when they were going to start. And so you're flipping through channels and
Right.
you would catch, halfway through or whatever.
Yeah. So when I was a child in the 90s,
What?
no, I've actually never.
Channel surfing was already dead by the time you were
No,
born.
it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
I would flip between Nickelodeon and Disney Channel.
Oh, that's 2 channels.
Well, there was other ones, but
Okay. All right. That's fine. PBS Kids.
yeah, but I didn't watch that.
Fine.
Yeah.
You hadn't seen this before, so this was your first time.
No.
Madeline?
never seen it.
I love this. All right. I saw this when I was a kid. I mean, obviously, I was a huge Nintendo nerd back in the day. Had the Nintendo Power subscription, had all the on all the games, but a lot of the games that were depicted in this movie. So I was an easy mark. It was a 2-hour commercial, and I was buying. Okay. It's like, yes, whatever you're
Fully
selling,
signed
Wizard.
up. Yep.
Take me, Wizard, take me away. Fly this power glove as high as you can into the wild blue. No, nobody else. All right.
Was that something you made up?
No, it was a on-the-fly parody of a Dixie Chicks song. So
Oh,
no big
it
deal.
was a very poor impression
Yeah,
of
that's-
it.
appreciate
I think
it.
it's supposed
Yeah.
to be more like
Something.
Wizard Day. Hold on,
Please.
I gotta think about this because it's like
Yeah.
Cowboy Take Me Away, but it'd be
Yeah.
Wizard Take Me Away.
We're losing patrons as we speak.
Joe's like, we're losing listeners by the minute.
Okay, ready?
3.
Wizard.
That's it. All right, it's fine. Let's just keep moving on. Hopefully, you guys haven't moved on
Okay,
even after
even
this
better.
opening.
Take
Hold on.
me away.
And
We
yeah.
can recover. Ready?
Chisholm, John Chisholm. All right. Please don't leave us. Guys, thank you for listening. I hope you're still there. Everyone's logged off at this point, but for those few of you who are still here, thank you for listening. Just want to point you guys to our Patreon. It's the way the show has been able to just be all this bonus content, man. Good Movies Rule, Horror Reel, the Cartoon Clubhouse. If you want more than Bad Movies Rule, like, this is only once a week. Sometimes there's a mailbag, but it's not enough content. You can jump on there. It's really cheap, and you get access to all kinds of other shows, and also the Discord where we can all chat and just all kinds of, there's poll voting. You can do awards, all kinds of ways to interact. So if you haven't yet and you want to make the plunge, thank you for those of you that already are doing that. You're literally the lifeblood of this show.
Speaking of plunge, if you also want voting rights, there is a tier, and you could vote to have a plunge of Joe's hot tub hour.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
we will get a inflatable hot tub.
Whoa,
I haven't told you about this yet.
He will be jumping in it, and he will record himself in there doing discussions in the hot tub.
$45. Or I should say, hold on. Out of every $50, we keep 45. 5 goes to Joe. He comes over to your house with an inflatable hot tub, and they do it right there in your
So the
front yard.
Patreon just doubled after you said that.
Yeah, probably. We're going to have so many signups
I'm
now.
gonna
It's
assume.
ridiculous.
Right.
So
We're kind of working it in with
Listen, guys,
me shaving
this-
Bob's
this-
chest.
None of this is true. Okay, I don't know what they're talking about. There's not a separate show going on about me getting in a
James.
hot tub.
James.
Okay,
Not yet.
listen.
Did you
quiet,
show
quiet,
him
quiet.
his contract, fine print?
Listen,
Not yet.
listen.
Okay.
Let's not.
I was waiting for the right moment, but
Listen, guys. Let's not, lie to the patrons, okay, and to the viewers.
Never.
We shouldn't do that, okay?
Never.
There's
Be in a
not.
hot
There's
tub.
not a channel. There's not. I know. There's been hush talk about.
Well, there's not one yet.
I'm coming up with a new channel,
But it's
okay?
coming.
Would you please?
So hit that like and mutilate that subscribe
Smash that subscribe button.
Okay.
right.
because he's getting in a hot tub.
Okay. Okay. There has been talk of me having my own, what you call it, like the cartoon
Yeah,
clubhouse,
yeah.
and whatever.
Horror,
It's
yeah.
let's not lie to them. It's not going to be about me being in a hot tub. It's not. It's going to be Joe's large hands epitorium. Okay. We're going to
Please.
talk about glove sizes. We're going to talk about rings. We're going to talk about watches. We're going to talk about just like
how to choke a donkey.
general hand care. It's going to be a very exciting show. That's when today I'm making the announcement.
Great.
Is we are going to be starting
really-
a new one.
I can't wait for that.
Just his hands in the hot tub because that's all that'll fit.
Hey, so we got this movie we got to talk about, but before we do that,
Please, can we?
it's time to pay the bills. All right, let's jump
my hands
straight
are tired.
into the plot here.
all that
right.
bill paying. Really tired up my
man.
hands.
He's working hard. He's work hard for the money. I gotta sing through this whole episode. Joe's hard for it, honey.
You don't have to.
Whoa, wait.
Yeah.
All right, it's true. All right,
Let's keep going.
the movie opens on a kid with his lunchbox walking through the desert to the opening credits of the movie.
Did the director just be like, okay, go over there
Yes.
and we're going to shoot a flare off when you're far enough and then just walk
I think so.
for an hour?
It looked like, an airplane flies over, damn near crashes into the
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah. Trying to find this kid. Like,
We found the kid, but he's dead.
He's on my
just
windshield,
buzzed the
sir.
tower.
The pilot crashed, and they're all dead. We're charging you for this.
Let his family know, though. We did locate him.
Yeah.
Family, no, please. Yeah, cops come out and they find him, and he doesn't want to stop walking. And all he can say is California. This kid.
California.
This kid's from Newsies.
How did it go?
California.
That's right.
Wow, that was
Pretty good.
really good.
Nailed it.
Thanks.
He is from Newsies,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the little brother
Yep.
to what's his face.
which is filmed a year or two after this. I think it was like 91 was Newsies.
Yeah,
so
when he's like-
right around the same time. Right.
Spare me some change. He's that kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the cop gets on the horn with his dispatch or whatever, and he's like, who does he belong to? Oh, he belongs to Christy. She's remarried. They had a lovely ceremony. They served chicken. And
I was actually one of the groomsmen there.
Thank you for that expo dump.
I was like, what the hell with the dispatcher?
Her social security number is 555.
Oh, she remarried. I want to be like, okay, what the hell does that have to do with anything?
I care.
Audience cares.
Seriously.
Couldn't find any other spot to drop that information. It had to be right then and there.
How are we gonna work this into the script?
Jenna was so upset. I'm calling you out on this.
Okay, that's
You
fine.
were so upset. It cuts to a therapist's office
Yep.
where the kid is just building blocks there. And these people are like, this is what messed up, traumatized kid.
Yeah.
All he does is build blocks and stuff.
There must be something wrong with him. He's building a tower. Like,
Jeez.
Like some.
literally any little boy I've ever known likes to play with blocks. Any kid I've ever known likes to play with blocks. Like,
Even James likes to play with blocks.
No, I had a moment. I sat on the couch. They said that, and I looked at myself, and I was like, "What?
What is wrong?
Wait. Am I
Am I the special boy?
Am I special? I like to build things with blocks.
he likes to he builds these towers. Like, what?
Yeah.
They're talking about him like he's just an idiot.
Don't even let him know about Legos.
The kid's gonna lose his mind. But I thought it was hilarious. I thought the parents would be like, well, he's building blocks now, so I think we just need to give him up. Because I mean, at
you
this point
surrender
in
a
time,
child?
there's nothing we can do.
No.
I mean, there's no medication. I mean, the kid's gonna be building blocks for the rest of his life. Screw it. Let's just get him into mental, institution now and live our rest of our lives.
Which is funny if you're a joke, but that's what happened. The stepdad
Yes.
is like, well, I guess we got to institutionalize him then.
That sounds like the right solution.
If he could have, he would have brought him to a vet and been like, "Can you just put him down?"
Yeah. Yes.
What if I break his leg first? Then
Yeah.
is that a done deal?
Yeah.
Like the kid's just a little
He's
quiet.
like a racehorse. He's like, once you break your leg, you just gotta
It's
go.
not like he is nonverbal. Like he doesn't talk at all. Or
It says
anything.
California. I
He
mean, that's good enough.
talks.
Right.
Like, well, even he. I don't know. He says more than that a couple of times, but he
He
talks.
talks too much, in my opinion.
Jeez.
Kid wouldn't shut up.
Over at the other house, Sam,
The other house.
the dad,
Yeah.
has a quibble over breakfast. We meet the two brothers, Corey and Nick.
Yeah.
And the movie tries to hide the revelation of how this family is who's connected to who. Because we find out like Jimmy is their half brother,
Yeah.
but we don't know what happened to mom.
Mom, yeah, kind of mom. You don't know if she passed away or something.
Yeah.
They
It
were
turns
really
out-
vague.
Mom is Jimmy's mom that remarried Captain Asshole,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And they had these two boys were from his previous marriage.
Yep.
And so then he had new kids. It's just a whole thing.
Jeez.
But
Yeah, it was rough.
anyway, they're in the new house. They're in the having breakfast and they're fighting over stuff. And he's like, "I heard they're going to put Jimmy in a home, Dad." And Dad's
Yeah.
like, "Well, want some more cornflakes?" And
I
like,
made casserole.
I made casserole.
I made casserole. Let's just not talk about it.
You don't care. He's going to be put in a home.
Then he,
We're 2 minutes into the movie. This is like a third act.
It's turning up.
Yeah.
Like, they turned it up.
Yes.
Dad's like, "Well, he took my truck."
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Steal my truck.
Your child is getting put in an institution.
Each person's yelling about something different, and it's
Yes.
so funny. They're just all yelling at the same time.
Unfortunately, one of the big problems I have with this movie,
Yeah.
it is they force, I mean, heavy-handed, just force conflict on everything. Stuff that should not have any form of conflict. They just were like, you know something? We need more conflict. Okay? How much? Can we get a little bit more conflict, sir?
Yes.
Like, waiter, could you put some extra? Like, they came over with, like, they're at Olive Garden, and they had the cheese grater
Yes.
full of conflict.
Yes.
And it says, please let me know.
when.
Say when, and they just kept grinding,
Yeah.
grinding, and the director's like, no, more conflict.
Well, we're in the first 5 minutes of the movie. I don't
Nope,
give a
nope.
damn.
And a lot of this,
How
like,
far
some of
we
those
are.
arguments had they didn't lead to anything.
No.
Like they were like they had no purpose.
Corey storms off. I
Yeah.
can't believe goes into his room so he can, be angsty and a preteen in there by himself and starts chucking darts at the map.
Yeah.
What was the first place he started? I don't even remember.
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Nebraska was the second one. I think
Kansas.
the first one was like Utah or Ohio or something. Ohio, maybe? I don't know.
Just a bunch of Midwest unimportant.
Well, yeah, he was like throwing darts like where he wants to go, and all these were bad ideas. Like one of them was like directly on Milwaukee. It's like either
Don't
Milwaukee,
blame him.
Chicago area, but then like
Can't go
it was
there.
like southeast, northeast.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
now.
it was like right there. And he's like, I don't want to go there.
He's like, Antioch? No.
No.
Oh.
Burlington, pff, that place is a crap.
Well, his loss. We've got Nintendo here. Okay? Please.
We got mullets here.
He decides he's going to go break. He literally throws a dart. Talk about exposition. Throws a dart into California and then makes up his mind he's going to break his brother out of an institution that he's apparently already in. Not
Yes.
They were just saying how they were going to do it, but no, they've already gone and done it.
Yeah.
Okay? And he's going to break him out.
I just am so caught up on the fact that they put him in an institution for building blocks.
Yes.
So
in like a semicircle
stupid.
form.
Maybe he doesn't want to
So
talk to you. Maybe you're an asshole. And that's why he's nonverbal.
I'm just
Probably the reason.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm imagining Captain Asshole taking
Is that his
what's his
name
name?
now?
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Yeah.
He takes Jimmy like as soon as he talks to the doctor. He's like, "Oh, he said I can take him." Just hops in the car and drives him over there and throws him in. Time to use the nitrous.
Get out, kid. We're going to California.
Oh, my
This is
gosh.
anti-Fast and the
Actually,
Furious.
it should be. It should,
Family is nothing.
kick the kid out, shut the door, like, we're going to Disney World.
Going to Disney World without Billy McGee over here.
Yeah, I know, just dragging us down with his
Trying to
silence.
build stuff.
Do you know how much some parents would pay for silence?
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to get into that.
I would pay all the money in the world.
Yeah, Jenna.
Oh, really? Would you?
Why don't you shut your mouth,
I
Jenna?
was
No.
the quietest kid you have.
No, you are. You were, for sure.
Thank you.
We're talking about the others.
Yeah. Grace will be here another time. We can talk to her about that.
Yep.
All he needs to hit the road to California is his backpack that is packed with vital survival supplies.
Which will come in
toy
handy
spider.
for later.
A toy spider.
It's like Dora's backpack.
Yeah.
A Halloween mask.
Halloween mask.
Yep.
I
think that's it.
Groucho Marx.
That's right.
He has he buys those.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But he has a canteen.
That's right.
Oh, he does
He
have
did pack
canteen.
that. It does feel like how a kid would pack. But
For
he's
sure.
13, so he's a little old to pack like that.
Right. He's still middle school. He's not high school
Yeah.
yet. Yeah.
Can I say, quick? I did this kind of once where I was gonna leave and try to survive.
What'd your wife say?
Oh, good for you.
That's what she said. I'm leaving. Oh, good.
Go ahead. Keep going.
I was a kid. I was about his age. No, the food I decided to pack was I took the time to take the raisins out of the Raisin Bran and put them in a Ziploc bag.
I'm going to need these later.
I took those
For substance.
and that was my food I was going to have when I
love
was
it.
out and about.
Flakes won't do crap to save me.
No.
Not to make you look like a bad parent, but I did the same thing too.
What?
Yeah. In the middle of winter, and
Last
then my
week?
neighbor. No, I don't remember how old I
He
was.
opened the door for you.
In the middle of winter, I decided it'd be a good time to run away. And then my neighbor, like from down the street, made me go inside her house. And I was wearing winter boots with no socks. And I got like, not frostbite, but it was pretty bad. And then she
fun
called
stuff.
you guys. It was funny.
Fun stuff. Hilarious memories.
We are having fun here.
Really
It's not traumatic. And he also brings a skateboard. That's important too.
Need
all
that.
child services right now.
The kids in this home, he goes in this home, it's like a house. Okay.
Can I go there?
Do you remember the kid in the wheelchair? So Corey's sneaking in. He walks past the first one.
Yeah.
And this kid's just sitting on it in a wheelchair,
watching TV.
watching TV. Like, guess this is my life.
I'm like, that life's awesome.
His hands are just up in the air while he's watching TV like this.
You know that's crazy. I mean, when you get a kid in a wheelchair doing this,
Yes.
institutionalize
Yeah,
them.
maybe. Yeah.
He won't stop doing this with his hands, doctor.
Yeah.
We got to do something.
Right.
We could institutionalize him.
Yeah.
Do it.
I told you. He started arguing with his wife. I've been saying since he was born to put him in a home.
He came out like,
He's like
with his
this.
arms up in the air.
God, he just kept crying and such, and
He's got mannequin hands.
we fed him once. I mean, I don't know how many more times you have to feed the kid.
He's always hungry.
So
Speaking of being hungry. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I think I would act stupid if I could go into a home like that as well. As a kid, I could watch TV.
Put me away. Meh.
California.
Can I go now?
Is it working?
Yeah. So speaking of being hungry,
Joliet.
Never. They go west. Well, they hop in a Hostess truck.
Yes.
Okay, in the back of a Hostess truck, which I respect. My thing.
I thought of, sorry, I got a lot of these little munch guys. I apologize. I thought it was funny that they were in the back of a Hostess Wonder truck, and Fred Savage was in the
Wonder Years. Oh yeah, how about that?
I don't know if that was a reference or something like that, but they
Maybe.
I don't know.
We could say it was.
What are you gonna say?
Hope it's going west. They get out of the truck. It's in New York City. How the hell do they know where the truck is
They're in
going?
Milwaukee.
No, that's where the dart was. Right, I specifically didn't want to come to Milwaukee.
Maybe they were just whispering to the truck driver,
California. Felt like I should go there, even though my route was to, New Jersey.
It's amazing that the trucker had such a large route. Like he was delivering like bread to stores like 4 states away.
in the middle of
Because his
nowhere.
route was the longest route I've
Yeah, those would be short term.
Yeah, they're just like little local trucks that drive around town.
Yeah.
They don't go cross country to deliver Hostess treats.
He gets out
to
of
like
his Hostess
Nebraska.
He gets out and he's just in front of his own house. Ah, crap. Damn it.
It's his neighbor.
Yeah, and then they just, I guess, waited for it to pull over, and then they were like,
Yeah.
let's just get out.
Yep.
Even though they had
That's
no
a
idea where
good
they
spot.
were.
Yeah, the parents show up at the home with the authorities, and the mother and the father like, he's severely handicapped.
No, he's not. He's just a boy.
I cannot emphasize enough how handicapped this kid is. He builds blocks.
On a scale of 1 to 10, he's a 12. Okay?
Call him so many mean names during this movie, like
know.
he's handicapped or like things like that. And
Look,
it's-
the fact that it was 1989, I'm surprised somebody didn't just go, this kid is so retarded.
Yeah.
I was waiting for
I mean,
that.
because of the
They,
time
they
frame.
used that
That's
a
what I'm
lot back
saying.
then.
Yeah.
oh my god. It just made me
ridiculous.
so upset.
He's
don't understand.
He's this much handicapped.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I'm just saying, this is how much. I'm gesturing
She
for
says-
the people who are listening.
Well, and the cops said someone saw him jump in a Hostess truck. Cool.
Yeah.
Didn't say anything. Didn't try and stop him.
No.
Didn't pull over the driver
look-
and be like, "Hey, this kid's in your
The
truck."
person's just like, well, that's weird. You don't
save
see
that.
that every day.
I'll save that in case the police ask.
Yeah, that little nugget.
The guy's a bartender. He's like, maybe I know something, maybe I don't.
Look at Leslie Nielsen, like gives him $20.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe I need a refresher on my memory. How about this? I don't know. That's pretty good. Why do you want to know? I don't know. Well, with this refresher memory,
Okay. How about
did you
now?
spot me?
This is the introduction. Then we get to
My favorite character for sure.
Mr. Putnam, the
Yeah.
professional kidnapper,
Yeah, kid finder.
kid finder.
Professional kid finder.
All I could think of is there's a grown man
Yeah.
with photos of minors
Yeah.
walking around everywhere being like, I'm looking for these little boys.
Yeah.
He earns money that way.
And that's what he says. He'll say, "I'm looking for some kids." He said that all the
I
time.
want kids. I love little kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me where the little
I
kids hang out.
love my job.
Remember how he walked? You remember how he walked up to the parents? So Bo Bridges is there because Sam's the estranged father with Nick, played by Christian Slater, and then there's the wife with the new husband
Yeah.
that have hired Mr. Putnam to go find the kid.
Yeah.
And so he rolls up on Sam, the dad, outside. And you remember how he walked up to him? He's like, "Just so you know, I'm professional
Yeah.
kid finder, respectfully, and."
just so you know.
Just and if
They
I
say I'm
don't,
the greatest.
and if I don't find them, I don't get paid. So
Best ever.
Don't get in my way.
Don't get in my
Basically
way.
what he was saying.
because I won't get paid.
Don't find your kid because I need to get paid for finding kids.
Yeah.
Right, his own child.
Yeah.
He's like trying to tell him, "Don't go get your kid."
Well, and right before this, Captain Asshole even says, he's like, he needs to find Jimmy, but he's basically like, but your kid just ran away, so he must. What is it doing any good if we bring him back? And they just leave it like that.
Yes.
was
Man,
bad.
he's the worst.
But-
But they force that conflict. They needed a protagonist.
Yes.
So it's literally a guy trying to find their runaway son, but yet you know something? We need a protagonist. So
Yes.
we're gonna heavy-handedly force this conflict on to make this kid finder
Yeah.
really competitive.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is the stupidest thing I think I've ever seen in a
Right.
movie.
Should have got Trump to play him.
He's like he's trying to do a good thing and
Yes.
find their missing child, but we're gonna make him the bad guy.
Got to be a
Because we need
sleazeball.
somebody about. We need some kind
because
of a
the
predator.
POV of the movie is the kids. Like that's
Yeah.
who they want to watch the movie. So you've put yourself in the kid's shoes and you don't want to be found. That's why he becomes the villain.
Yeah.
But now watching it as an adult, it's ridiculous because you're like,
Oh my
no,
gosh.
this person needs to find these children
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they're missing and they're minors and they're on their own.
They're trying to ship my job off to China. It's not going to happen.
Have you
I
seen
am the chosen one.
have you
I'm
seen
the
what they're
greatest
doing
one.
over there in Nintendo? Tremendous things happening over there.
They make the greatest
They
video
make the
game in the
greatest
world.
stuff.
Some of the greatest binds in all of video games.
China.
I have a lot of friends there.
That's right. The boys jump out of the Hostess truck at a gas station and pull out a map. And I'm like, you just got there in a windowless Hostess truck. You have no clue where they are. So they must have just pulled out the map and gone, here.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's like, I'm looking for the "You Are Here" button.
This is what I'm saying. He's literally Dora. Okay, he has a backpack and he has a map,
yes.
right? And
Yes.
he's like, and then he's just like, map. Where am I? Where do I go?
He looks directly at the screen, breaking the fourth wall.
I'm the map.
Pull out the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Do you know where California is?
That's right.
That's right.
That's literally how
45-second
That's
pause,
exactly how
dead
it
stare
goes.
into the screen.
Waiting for the kids to respond.
Yes. We get a montage of rain. They're getting rained on. They're driving down the street on a skateboard and trucks trying to pass them by.
Yeah.
They're walking and trudging along. They camp out at Goblin Canyon or something like that.
Yeah. Goblin. Yeah, exactly. Some.
Right.
Why
it should be called Axe Murderers.
Yeah. Axe Murderers Canyon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. After all that, they eventually get to a bus station. Okay. And this is where the plot kind of kicks in because he pushes Jimmy. He wants to go talk to the bus clerk because he's got $12 burning a hole in his pocket and needs to get a bus ticket to LA or wherever they're trying to go.
Yeah.
And so he pushes Jimmy off. They got a Double Dragon arcade cabinet in the bus station. Pretty sick bus station,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
I'd be there.
Not a lot of bus stations with Double Dragon in
That
them.
was a hot game back then.
Yeah, it was. He pushes Jimmy off like so it'll babysit him while he goes and finds out he doesn't have nearly enough money. It was like $226
Yep.
to get a ticket where they're going.
How far will
He couldn't get
$27
anywhere
get
with
me?
it. Yeah.
Right. Nothing. He's like, you can't even get to the next stop, like the shortest distance. And so he comes back. He's like, come on, Jimmy, we got to. You got 50,000 on Double Dragon?
That's not even possible.
Which killed me.
How did you do that?
Because it's a narrative game.
That's so many thousands.
no, it's one of those games. And like technically,
I know.
when you play Super Mario Brothers,
It's
there's
like
points.
Super Mario.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but like no one pays attention to the points.
No.
Right.
Not once in my life, and I grew up with NES.
Yeah.
Was anyone like, how many points you get in Mario? No, they were like, dude, I figured out how to get to World 8.
Yeah. How many levels
I
you get?
finally
Yep.
beat the game.
Yeah.
I got past Bowser. Not once. They were like, I got 500,000 on Mario.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Do you know what I mean? It's so.
Basically his reaction to seeing
Just
how Jimmy
Hit
did.
play on the cassette for Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
So when he goes, you got 50,000 in Double Dragon. I'm like, why don't you just say, you already got, all you have to do is change the dialogue to, you already got to the final boss on Double Dragon?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
something.
I swear these people didn't actually play the game. Like the
No.
people that made the movie.
This
No.
was so. Yeah.
100%.
Video games were so. The video game.
The only people that knew were the kids.
Yeah, I know, but like
So how was it in the culture yet?
yeah, the video game culture. Thank you. That's
Yes.
the word I was looking for. The video game culture was just in its infancy.
And the kids were the ones in it.
yeah,
So these screenwriters and directors, they might
I had
have,
no idea.
they might have tried to immerse themselves in a very short amount of time into it, and maybe they did, but that's not enough time to really understand
No.
nuance like
Especially if
that.
they're writing the script and things like
Right.
that. Like
Well,
So-
and you see at the end, you can tell that this was written by somebody who has no clue.
Oh.
Like,
it's
Oh
funny.
gosh.
Oh yeah,
but we'll get to that.
We'll get stuff. Yeah. So there is a girl that's sitting in the bus station that's been kind of eyeballing them.
Yeah, she's sitting in the runaway section.
Yeah.
She's a bad girl, guys.
That's where.
She's cool.
Yeah, but that's where the runaways sit. Obviously,
That's right.
yeah. Here's a bus station attendant.
Right.
He's like, oh look, there's this unattended minor sitting there, and then 2 unattended juvenile kids
Totally
coming
fine.
in. We're fine. I'll sell them tickets.
Doesn't call anybody.
Yeah, just go ahead, sit over in the runaway section. We'll get you handled.
She's eyeballing them. They go down into the basement or the parts store next door, or
In
wherever
the back,
hell they are. In
the back where
Yeah.
the parts.
Where the
'cause
parts
obviously
are.
they do maintenance on
Yes.
the buses and such. So the maintenance section of the bus area,
Haley follows them into the basement and
parts section.
the parts section. Sorry, and
It's an AutoZone.
Corey is definitely almost immediately is like, "What's up? This is my boy Jimmy. He's taken, by the way."
Cracked a dragon, whatever.
Double dragon,
Double Dragon.
but he's cracked at Double Dragon.
Yeah.
my guy. Like he'll roast you at Double Dragon. I mean, it's like all like immediately.
Oh yeah,
And because she's a cool girl, she has to prove that she's better than the boys, right?
yeah, yeah. No,
Are you
can't
telling
beat
me
me.
that
at
yeah.
he's better than me at this game? Like, forget about. Like, no way. There's no way.
Tony, what are you telling me? That
Yeah.
you could beat me at this Nintendo game?
She sounds like a dock worker from New York.
What? His name's Corey, right?
His name's Corey. Yeah.
Corey's
Yeah,
like,
Corey. Yeah.
Princess,
They basically make a
want to
bet.
see us beat you at Double Dragon?
I'll bet you $6. I don't
But
have
you
$6.
put your money where your mouth is.
Come
Come on.
up. How many Bobos can you beat up? Forget about it.
We got 50,000
All right.
big smackaroos. Yeah.
Lash is going to take you out level 1. Level 1, you ain't going to get through the part where they break through the wall.
No.
Okay? You'd be dead.
Remember the time I can get past the helicopters area where the guys come out of the helicopter and you got to hit him and you got to get him out the helicopter
right.
door. I could beat him like that.
No, but not you. The first part where he punches your girlfriend in the stomach, you turn the game off because you're scared. Okay?
And then the writer's like, okay, now say, I push buttons. That's how you play the video game.
Yes.
Right.
We got to have
Yeah.
more conflict.
Right.
So they make a $6 bet against her bus ticket, right?
Yep.
That Jimmy will beat her at Double Dragon. And so they go upstairs and she plays and she goes, "Beat that." And
Beat that.
it's pose.
Just poses up,
Everything. And Jimmy just starts clapping fools.
Hanging tough.
Exactly.
By the way, I don't know if you noticed, the soundtrack here was just a lot of New Kids on the Block.
A lot of it.
My sister, I watched this with my sister, and she was a huge
Well, that was the year,
and
89.
KOTB fan. I mean, she had it like painted. She painted like New Kids on the Block on
Yes.
her wall, and had all the posters. And she loved Joey Joe McIntyre, like that.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, hey, that's like
Yes.
immediately she's like, that's New Kids on the Block in the background.
89 was the year
Yeah.
that New Kids blew up. So Jimmy logs in the game. He's clapping fools immediately, just left and right, fly kicking Bobos in the face.
Yep.
The giant muscly bald dudes. We did Double Dragon on this show, and he beats up everybody and just smokes her score. Corey grabs the bus ticket, runs up to the killer, but the bus is gone.
Oh man.
So all that and the bus is gone.
She's
anyway.
fighting him over it when he literally won.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but
So what do you do
What does
to
that mean?
drown your sorrows?
Huh?
What do you mean?
he won the bet.
Oh.
And then they got up to the
She was fighting him for the
thing
ticket.
and she was fighting.
So she wasn't going to honor
she
the
wasn't
deal,
trying to get it up
Right.
because she thought that she got scammed.
Right.
which she kind of did.
Yeah, but
She got hustled, but that's what happens. Don't hate the players, hate
Hey,
the game. You know what I'm saying?
You want to play these video games, you're going to get hustled once in a
That's
while.
what's up. So to drown their sorrows, Haley's sorrows, takes them over to the Ninja Gaiden Diner, which is a diner
you
that
can't
in
even
all
call it that.
that in all ways is an old crappy diner.
Yes.
But in the middle of the table, they have Ninja Gaiden in
One
a television
table.
set.
Yeah.
One table.
Can we get the Ninja Gaiden table?
Yeah. Oh, it's a really hot table.
Do you want Ninja Gaiden or non?
It's
Not
reserved.
Ninja Gaiden.
You have to book it like 2 years in advance.
Yeah.
Because they show him, at first in the register, they show him just playing a game, and I'm like, what's he playing on? And then I realize he's staring at the table, and there's a freaking hole in the middle of it.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell this small town with like 4 shops has Ninja Gaiden in the tables of their diners.
This sounds like something that would be on Bar Rescue, where they're like, we put
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden in the table as a way to try to attract kids and
Yeah.
youth.
And youth to our bar?
Yep. This is the new
Actually,
demographic.
I
We're
have
trying
seen a
to-
table like that at a restaurant once. It's that one where the hibachi place.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
Yeah.
they have the Pac-Man table.
Pac-Man,
the whole
yeah, I've
table.
seen
is
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that
That's not in an old diner.
There, first of all, that TV screen when they did the wide shot of him looking in, there's a black square, but there's nothing there. No. Like, there would be the biggest damn monitor underneath that table.
Yes, that tube TV.
You'd be standing over it.
Your legs would be so hot.
Yep.
The freaking thing being under there.
Yep.
Oh, terrible. They have Ninja Gaiden and they're playing that, and he's like, oh, he's rolled through the game twice and he hasn't even gotten hit yet. Your brother could be a pro. And he's like, what are you talking about? He's stupid.
You build blocks.
What do you mean he's handicapped?
This dum dum? I don't think so.
This
Gum
crazy
give me
kid.
gum.
Haley runs over to a magazine that conveniently placed and says, you know what? Your brother would be the coolest. They wouldn't be able to put him in a home if he won this. And rips out an advertisement for Video Armageddon, a $50,000 prize to some video game competition in L.A. at Universal Studios.
$50,000 in 1989.
89, which is like $200,000 now.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of cheese.
That's a lot.
That's a whole lot of cheese.
Can you imagine what we could do with that kind of money?
Yeah, man.
We could play
video games.
so much Nintendo.
I know. We can get so many
You could get a
Nintendos.
table with
Ninja Gaiden in
Ninja
it.
Gaiden
Yeah.
in a
Okay, hold on.
diner.
New studio. Can we get Ninja and it only plays Ninja Gaiden?
Can we hit how about this table here?
Yeah.
Can we get like
Put it right here.
retrofit?
But it'll
Like
only
games?
play Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We can make that work.
Okay. Perfect.
We'll talk to DH9K.
Putnam shows up in this town after the kids have rolled out of there and notices that Corey's dad is also in town. And so he goes over and knifes his dad's tires on his dad's a landscaper. He's got his own company. They got the swag and everything.
Yep.
And he's driving
Don't
around with this
forget the tree.
Don't forget the tree.
Did this
Oh,
bother
yeah.
you as an
the
arborist?
tree.
Just the skinniest, tiniest tree.
I'm not bothered by it because I'm an arborist. I'm bothered by it because I like to watch movies, and there was no reason why they have a tree strapped in the back of their Chevy S10 for the entire movie.
It's so that you know they're landscapers.
You never just had a tree randomly that just were getting around to planting at some point?
Do you know what happens after 12 hours of them driving around with that tree in that truck? The tree's dead.
Yes.
It's a twig.
Fair.
All the leaves are gone.
All the leaves are gone. The leaves are gone. And the truck is dead.
And the truck is dead.
We're on fire today.
We joined that one.
Yes, that
good
was
job,
good.
everybody.
That was good.
Good job to everybody except Jenna.
She did it.
No, she
She was in there.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
I did do it. I said the truck is dead, and that's it.
I think
Dad?
I looked at you and you were like, I'm not doing this.
No, I was doing it. I was doing it.
Okay.
2 minutes after slashing his tires, he's being accosted by Sam, or by Corey's dad, Sam, who runs at him in the street and has the audacity, Putnam, to say he lacks class after he just knifed 2 tires in the guy's truck.
Yeah.
And he comes at him and he pulls the tiniest knife. I'm sorry.
It was
That's
tiny.
not stopping me.
That's an assault. That's an attempted assault
But
with a
it
deadly
made the
weapon.
guy run away, though.
That-
It worked.
You
He
could
saw
have
the
just
knife.
kicked it out of his hand, though.
Honestly, first of all, yes. You're standing between me and my child. That little knife's not going to do anything. But he retreats back to get a shovel and just starts bashing his car to pieces. With it.
Yeah.
He bashes the headlights. He bashes a mirror. Hit the windshield.
Thank you.
Shatter
Do
the
something
windshield
that's
so
going
he
to stop the
can't see.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Make it harder for him to make progress.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Like he did to you. He slashed your freaking tires.
Corey's dad is not smart, and it follows through the entire movie.
Yeah.
That's
true.
I just don't like how they downplay everything.
He's got to be
It's
the classic
weird.
divorced dad, you know?
Yeah, but it's weird because you're like, maybe that's why they think there's something wrong with Jimmy. Is they're like, well, his dad is kind of close to the going into the home,
He's
but
a landscaper after all.
oh my gosh, I didn't know it was that serious.
He's got a tree in his back of his truck that he hasn't left.
Yeah, you're a landscaper.
I haven't been able to plant this
job.
tree since what happened with Jennifer. Just driving around. They drop hints. They don't tell you yet, but they drop hints about this Jennifer.
Steven Seagal is the dad.
Which I thought was the wife for a while because I
Yeah.
had no idea what was happening.
I
But
yeah.
At this point, Corey and Jimmy and Haley are riding in the back of a truck, and Haley's talking about, I've got the biggest house in the world, and I live in Reno, and so I'm basically an adult, and I've got so many friends.
everyone in Reno's an adult.
I got more friends than you.
Yes.
I'm better at everything but you.
I have so many friends. My house is so big.
Pretty much.
That's
And-
why I'm all by myself as a runaway.
And they're counting their money in the back of this truck. And guys, these grown men who I assume have full-time jobs.
Yes.
Because they're driving a truck that's got a name of a company on the side
It
of
was
it.
also
Full of
filled
cattle.
with cows.
And it's filled with cattle.
Yeah.
So they've obviously got their own beef production company of something. Pull over and hustle to beat up some kids over $87.
Yeah.
They assault these children.
Yes, and leave them to die
And leave
on the side of the
them to
road.
die on the side of the road.
They downplay so many horrible things in this
awful.
movie.
It's awful.
There's so much
Any money that they
horrible
had in their
things.
pocket.
Yeah.
And left them on the side of the road.
And they just like downplay like it's no big deal.
Right.
Between the, literally a guy comes out with a knife and he's like tries to stab the father and he's stabbing tires.
Right.
And he was throwing this, throwing that, kids,
And these two beating up
runaways.
children.
And here's steer kids. They're just like, no, it's fine. Everything is okay. This is what happens normally.
It's because he's handicapped.
God,
They're riding the cab of that truck and they
kid
saw
would just wouldn't shut up.
they saw the flashing the money and they're like, wow, that $87 could really get me out a couple jams here.
Here's the thing, though. Anytime those kids had money, they were holding it out in the
They
open.
were walking down the street with it, remember?
I'm sorry, but they were kind of asking
Well,
for it.
how much do you have? I'm shuffling mine.
I wear mine as a necklace.
Speaking of how they wear stuff, what'd you think of Haley's fit with the dress over the
jeans?
t-shirt and jeans?
That's coming back.
Which you told me and I was horrified.
It's coming back. It's bad.
So that's why you didn't. I was expecting a bigger reaction from her 90s or 89 clothes. And the reason there wasn't one is because that's a normal thing for
No,
people.
people are wearing dresses over jeans now.
Okay. Awesome. It all comes back.
It all comes back. It always does. The worst fashions will always come back.
It's like herpes.
What?
What?
It always comes back.
Okay. Anyways, Nick and Sam are getting their truck fixed at auto shop, and Nick just plugs a Nintendo into the television in the office
Well, their
of the
truck
garage.
got towed.
Right.
Yeah. And
Well, that was later.
a little
The
later.
tow-
Oh, I thought that's what
No,
you were
no.
talking about.
This is when they're just fixing the tires that got slashed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad.
And he just hooked up a Nintendo
Yeah.
in the office,
Yeah.
I usually just carry my game system with me.
Oh,
Right.
in the back of the truck.
which he apparently found it in the truck and fixed it there on the spot.
That's
Yeah.
how easy Nintendo systems
right.
are to fix.
They were just at so many auto shops I got it mixed up.
You can go and grab a Nintendo and fix it yourself if you have problems.
Listen. I'm gonna hear it. Here's a little PSA.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you exactly how to fix a Nintendo.
Yes.
Ready? If it does not working,
Yes.
and then you shove it in.
That's all he did.
That's all he
all he
did.
did.
That's what I did with my Nintendo DS.
Yeah, you got to blow in it.
He
You
pulled
gotta
it out.
blow in it.
There was some leaves and some 2x4s, and he pulled it out from underneath that. I was like, oh, an NES, and he blew in it.
Yep.
And then it was fine.
And it works.
Yep.
And he's like, I fixed it. No, you didn't. You blew into the cartridge, you moron.
I know. That's how you fixed it, though. And that was the most accurate thing about the movie.
I do have to say, the fact that this was sponsored by Nintendo, what drove
Just kidding.
What drove me the most nuts, amongst a lot of other things. So what drove me the most nuts is the fact that it was sponsored by Nintendo, and they couldn't go 5 minutes without shoehorning somebody playing a video game. So it's like every time, it's like they would have some dialogue, this and that. I'm like, oh, it's been 5 minutes. We have to have somebody playing a video game again.
If there was a car chase in the movie and somebody in the back seat was just
They
like,
literally would be
can
playing.
you hold the car steady? I'm trying to play Nintendo.
Yeah. Well, there's several times going forward. Again, not trying to be spoiler alert.
oh, yeah.
But like things are happening, and they have to get going to find children, and they're busy playing video games.
Yes. Yes.
It's like
awesome.
It literally, I think it's like every 5 to 7 minutes of the movie, they're showing somebody playing a video game.
The producer was leafing through from
Yep.
Nintendo through the script, and every 7 pages,
Yep.
they went, there needs to be an NES on this scene.
Yep.
It's-
There's no NES. We're
It's
shoehorning in
genuinely-
there.
It's genuinely sad that the person that was like a professional child finder was more worried about finding these kids than the parents were.
Yes.
Like he was like looking for his kid, but he really wasn't. He was just following.
Also
this
was
other guy.
kind of trying to beat Ninja Turtles. So
Yes, he
Yeah,
was.
That was his main concern.
I mean, respect, but
Find the kid, but
The underwater levels were really freaking
no,
hard,
I
man.
talked about
Yeah, that's what you
PTSD.
said.
So hard.
it's the worst.
As soon as that came on, the underwater level TNT, I immediately
Yeah.
shuddered. Like,
I
up
don't
my
understand
spine.
why-
I was like, I can't watch this.
I don't know
can't
how
watch it.
turtles can drown.
Yes, how can turtles drown?
That's what I want to know.
They can't breathe underwater.
Stupid.
Thank you.
Here's a question though. Can you imagine if you were to tell someone from Nintendo back in the day,
Yeah.
you guys are gonna have a device, a Nintendo Switch,
Yeah.
and you could make this movie for the Nintendo Switch,
Yes.
and it would work to have every 7 pages have someone on their Switch
Instead
because
of
they
having
can do it on the
100%.
go.
Hold on, I got to get my coax cable.
Is there a
Plug it in
TV
the
around
back of my
here?
phone.
TV around
I'll just
here.
plug it in this tree.
You're right. It makes it a little more unwieldy. Yeah. Corey and Haley they're arguing because they lost all their money and like, well, you're just scared because we don't have money. I don't get scared. Right?
because
Haley
she's
says.
a cool girl.
Right. 'Cause she's a cool, bad chick.
Yeah.
Right? I don't get scared. Why don't you give me that $4 you hid in your underwear?
I saw that.
I saw you put it in there. When I was pooping? What? You said you weren't looking.
Oh my.
This is getting really personal, he said to her.
Yeah,
Right?
it's getting really personal. As he takes that out of his crotch.
Oh, I thought you knew truckers. You knew all these truckers because of your dad.
Yeah,
and
the
they
trucker
robbed
code.
us.
Yeah, he literally turned around just to like find it. And
Just to pull it out of his nut.
They also
oh my.
weren't proper truckers, so I don't know why she was saying that because they were just like these
Cow
two dudes
guy.
driving.
They
They
drive
were
a
farm
truck.
hands hauling cows from one farm to
It
another.
was a
They drive a truck
modified
and she knows
minivan.
That's right. She knows them and they drive a truck, so get
Yeah.
on her level.
She's such full of shit. Sorry.
I kind of hate her. I'm sorry.
You kind of hate her.
I kind of hate her.
They
Pick me.
she's a pick me
Giving
girl.
pick me energy.
I'm not
Got
like
you.
the other girls.
She's trying to be one of the boys.
Got it. Oh, that is pick me energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why she wears the dress over the jeans.
Here's her big idea to win their money back. We're gonna go into this restaurant and we're gonna hustle these salesmen
Yeah.
that are playing video games. I guarantee these two guys have never seen a video game in their life by 1989.
You
Was
gotta-
Was it The Last Starfighter or something like that where the delusional, what everybody thought
Yeah.
what video games was going to be, like
Yeah.
you sitting there playing video games and like a bunch of people around you cheering you on. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what they
whole
thought how it was going to
trailer
be.
park. Yeah.
So here you go into it, and here's a bunch of old guys. Yeah, we're
With their
playing
suit coat over their shoulder.
We're
you know?
cool. Yeah, we're playing video games. Oh, blah,
We're
blah, blah, blah.
businessmen.
It's a 58-year-old who's
Yeah.
playing this.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way. No way.
That's not how it was back then.
No. Now,
back then.
Now,
you get
yes.
58-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Back then, no.
They win money from, and we say no, and there's going to be someone that goes, I was 58,
Shut
I'm
up.
95 years old now, and like, okay.
Shut up.
There's always exceptions.
I'm 137, and actually,
Most the exceptions. Most adults at 50 in the 50s, in the 80s, were not playing video games.
No.
Okay. All right. They hustle the salesman. It's a pretty short scene. They win money from them, and then they're camping out for the night. And to test her "I never get scared" theory, Corey pulls a Halloween mask.
I laughed so.
She made me rewind it.
I literally had to watch it again.
Yes.
Puts this Halloween mask on and a flashlight. And I know.
Go ahead. Tell the scene.
Go ahead.
He's like, you never get scared, huh? He turns to her. She just goes, boom,
punched him.
and he gets punched so hard he turns into the corner and stays there. He goes to sleep.
He's snoring through his little mask.
Stay down.
Punch
His
set him
ass out cold.
He went out cold. He just went straight to sleep.
She did. She turned the lights off in his brain.
I was dying so hard because she did not need to punch him, but she punched him so hard. It was like so stupid. Oh my god, I love that scene so much.
Do you think he woke up in the morning like just like
What the hell?
What's going on?
happened?
Last thing I remember, I was putting, why am I still the hot breath inside that rubber mask after a whole night?
Dripping
Just
down.
dripping down. His shirt is soaked.
Why does he smell so bad?
It was so funny. I had to rewatch it.
Wakes up with a migraine so bad he throws up.
And she didn't even look scared, so it wasn't like she needed to punch him to
No.
make it, to fix the fact that she got scared. She just
Was mad
to
that
punch him.
I don't know. Yeah.
He deserved it.
Women.
dare you do that.
He deserved it.
The next morning, they're still on edge. They're still not sure what they're going to do, whatever. And they're sitting there like on this, ledge basically. And these bikers roll up. And all it shows is they get a look on their face like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And next thing,
I'm
they
in.
just send me an angel. You're my darling angel. Not those kind of angels the biker wants, baby. Sorry. People are going to be so annoyed that we sang so much in this episode. I get people that get pissed. We sang Chisholm twice in an episode.
Oh.
They're going to hate this one.
You ready for this?
Chisholm.
No, no. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
I'm going to try to keep this down.
At a diner, they're now at a diner, a little bit of a montage. They're getting messed with by some older kids because they hustled them in F1, and the diner owner chases them
Yep.
away.
These kids again.
Yeah, I got monsters in here. Game monsters, and yeah. There's this kid that's sitting next to, after they hustled these old kids at F1, they turn around, and there's just this kid sitting at a diner table. Hey, you guys are pretty good, but I just want to let you know, you're not as good as Lucas.
My boy.
Boy.
I definitely don't get paid to sit here and tell people about Lucas whenever they play video games.
I was like, talk about squad goals.
Yes.
This kid's job is to post up at this diner, and if anybody plays F1, to remind them that they're not as good at it as Lucas
Yes.
is. That's
Yeah.
like his job to sit there and do that. And they're like, he's like, you want to meet him? I'll take you to meet Lucas. And so they roll up, and this sixth grader, maybe actually, it's a seventh grader with a bunch of sixth graders.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Is his
Yep.
squad.
That's why he's so cool.
That's
He's
why
got
he's
a
so
trench
cool.
coat on. That's why.
In the summer, in the desert.
Yeah.
Floor length.
With shorts.
Length.
With shorts.
That drip was
He is-
crazy.
He is the coolest seventh grader.
Yeah,
even
I can't
today.
lie.
Even today.
Timeless fashion
God,
from Lucas.
I knew kids like that.
Oh yeah, bro.
I hated them so bad.
Of course, he's named Lucas. I just got
This guy has got the dude that posts up at the diner for him. He has another kid friend. Lucas doesn't do anything himself, who holds apparently at all times his 97 game NES collection.
Yeah, like
What do you
in a
wanna play?
case. He's like
Just
Velcro rips it
open.
up and like opens it up.
I've got all 97 games.
Yeah. All of them. I beat them all.
You know every
used to-
single one of them?
What?
I used to flex like that back in the 2000s when I would be in a car and
Yeah.
I'd pull out my CD case.
Yeah.
Like your friend would come in and you had your CD case with all the CDs and you had like 3,700 CDs. You're like,
pick
"Oh, man,
whatever you want to
pick
listen
whatever
to."
you want, buddy.
Take you
This
6
is what I
hours to
got.
go through it, but you know, take your time.
Yeah.
They go over to Lucas's, and Lucas is like, "You're so good. Let me play you." You know, to Jimmy, because they're talking about Jimmy's the wizard. He's so
Yeah.
good. So he's like, "We'll play." They play Rad Racer,
Yeah.
and he straps on
The Power Glove.
the greatest game accessory of all time. At the time,
The greatest flop of a gaming accessory
it was
of
a
all time.
piece of garbage.
It was the worst piece of known to mankind.
Everybody watching that flick or a Nintendo Power magazine, and you saw the ad and the dudes.
It
even
was
on the
so-
cover. of
everybody
this-
wanted it.
on the cover of this movie. Fred Savage has it on. He doesn't even wear it
Yep.
in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "Oh my god, this kid has!" If you couldn't get any cooler, now he's got a Power Glove. I just expected Haley to just be like, "Well," and just start taking her dress off.
I guess we're together now.
Yeah, we're friends.
I guess I'm your girlfriend. I'm gonna not have this. I'm just gonna go t-shirt and jeans instead of the dress over the t-shirt and jeans because I'm a changed woman. The man has a power glove.
Yeah.
So
I want to know his parents.
is it bad that I wanted
Billionaires.
to order a power glove as soon as I saw that scene?
No, because it looked cool as hell. The marketing, whoever marketed the power glove, a genius.
Genius.
In reality,
It was the worst piece of crap
piece
ever.
of trash.
It was. In
Was
all
it
reality,
the controls
it
were
completely
bad,
was.
or
Yeah, because well, like first of all, well, did you have one or have you ever used one?
I got to use one once.
Yeah.
Again, a friend of a friend of a friend had it, and yeah, it was a matter of it was so clunky. It was so hard. Obviously, it didn't fit your half the people's hands.
Right.
Sorry,
okay.
hands. But the responsiveness was just atrocious.
Yeah.
Like you had a better responsive with Duck Hunter with the with the
Rifle.
gun. Yeah.
Okay.
Than you had with this thing.
And most games it wouldn't work with, so you ended up just playing it on the pad.
Yep.
oh, okay.
On the glove, instead the glove was useless. Because the way he plays Rad Racer in the movie, it's almost like playing Mario Kart with the Wii.
Yeah.
Right? Where you're
Because
turning
he's
it.
steering, he's doing like pantomiming, and it
Right.
looks cool how he's doing it.
Right. That was like 20 years before Nintendo actually dropped the Wii that could actually do that for real and do it well. Because remember, we all had the steering wheel for Mario Kart, right? And you could just hold it in the air and do it, and it worked fine. But this was, I mean, it looks cool in the movie. And he turns around and he's like, I love the power glove. It's so bad.
Such a weird flex.
He believes it's so hard. Like
He does. Nobody thinks he's cooler
than
than he does.
He's like Kanye before Kanye was Kanye.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Lucas
He was
is
Nintendo Con.
Nintendo
Whatever.
Kanye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. And Fred Savage's line back is just make sure you keep your power glove off my girl. Mm-hmm. And Haley was like, what?
Excuse me? Baking powder?
Yeah, he put his arm around her and then he.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which at that point, not 1 second has there ever been a hint of a relationship between them.
No.
And Jimmy gets pissed and takes off and doesn't actually end up playing because it turns out he's jealous of their relationship.
Yeah.
That
Because
doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
She just clocked him cold like
Right.
2 scenes before.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Keep your power glove off my girl. That was cold, man.
Good line.
One of the greatest lines.
Oh, we were saying that on the playground. Come on, right? What's up? This is my girl. We got married in 4th grade. Better keep your power glove off my girl.
We're going steady.
You guys never had marriages at recess?
Other kids did. I didn't. I would be the bridesmaid.
Oh, nice. Okay, so it's glad to see that
Always the
still
bridesmaid,
happening.
never the bride.
Even in middle school marriages. Oh, that's so
It's
sad.
okay.
Nick and Dad
sad.
are back at the motel, and Nick is just trying to have a heart-to-heart with his father. And Dad is just unable to talk about anything and just useless and terrible. And Nick's just like, you're just impossible to talk to. So he goes out to his truck to get his I better just play some Nintendo Entertainment System because I'm upset with my father.
Yeah.
Let's plug it in
It's
here
an
very
effective
easily.
use of my frustration.
That's right.
It makes me feel good.
Shoehorning the hell out of this
Straight to camera. and this is a perfect display of the adult sentiment at the time is his dad goes, I bet it doesn't take much intelligence to do what you're doing here.
thing. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And by the next morning, he's more
doing
into the
it, yeah.
game than, I got the scroll weapon and I almost beat the Mecha Turtle with it. And even, Dad's like, yeah.
Can we talk about how the dad played the video game?
Oh, please. The physicality
Right.
of it.
So this just shows that the adults in this movie just didn't know how to play the video games and stuff. Here, do you want me to?
Yeah.
I'm destroyed.
And never stop tapping the buttons. Never stop tapping
And
the
then
buttons.
he even was trying to like jump with it.
Yeah.
Or like he was like moving back.
My mom actually did that though when she would try to
Oh,
play video
100%.
games back in the day. I remember we got Mario the first time. I was like 7, right, mid 80s, and she's trying to play it, and she's literally doing this to make it jump. I'm like, Mom, you just press the button and it jumps.
Yeah.
Come on.
It was just obvious he was looking at a blank screen
Oh, 100%.
while he was doing
Yeah.
it.
And I think it even said in the credits like all video game footage pre-recorded. So none of what they were doing was
There was a bad edit with Lucas because the shot of his back, like you could see over his power glove into the screen. It's a cool shot, but they screwed up one of the shots because he's turning left and it goes right, and it goes opposite twice, and then they cut away. And I'm like, you should have just never done that shot.
Just got to cut that out.
Yeah.
Corey and Haley are camping out at an old drive-in, and Corey's pissed when he wakes up because Jimmy's stacking boxes. He's like, damn it.
Oh, these popcorn boxes.
So weird.
He's dumb again.
Stop being so dumb. Boom.
He literally destroys his tower. It's like,
And the kid just like,
Haley's like, what's going on?
look at
He's
it.
building with popcorn boxes like a freak.
It means he's a dumb still.
he needs to go back to the institution.
That's right. He's like, it's just because he's jealous of our friendship, Haley says. And right then, the arcade mafia shows up in the freaking high school. Well, they have to be high school. They're driving a truck.
Yeah, they have to be.
At least 16.
Hey, you
For us-
hustled me for some of my money. I want it back because I got, you must have cheated on this game. You had some kind of Rain Man looking kid over here. Hey, I want my money back. You give me my money back now.
Why are they all working a dock in New Jersey?
I don't know.
For a split second, I thought these were the cattle drivers.
Oh yeah,
I know it wasn't.
they came
but
back.
That's what I thought it was.
Better move
I thought-
over.
I thought these dudes were coming up
We're coming in.
and coming back for money somehow. And I'm like, these guys are dedicated.
Yeah, man. But like, what? It's $20, guys. Like, what 17-year-old driving around was gonna hunt them down, figure out that they're staying at the old drive-in,
Yeah.
and then hunt them down for their $20 and rough up and take their money and their hat and the rest of their money that wasn't yours?
And Fred Savage gets punched yet again.
Again.
He takes 2 shots now.
Yeah, they were a lot better at finding the kids than anyone else that was looking for the kids were.
Yes.
Hire
That's
them.
an excellent point.
Ridiculous. They open his lunchbox too, Jimmy's lunchbox that he's been holding on to, and that's when we finally get to hear the Jennifer story.
Yes, the sad Jennifer.
Oh my
story.
gosh, was it sad? Apparently, when Sam got married to Jimmy's mother after he'd already had Corey and Nick, they had fraternal twins, Jimmy and Jennifer. They were boy girl, and Nick was supposed to be watching them, but he wasn't, and they got down by the river, and Jennifer fell in the river and died. And they added a gut-wrenching little detail, like she didn't even float down the river, she just died right there. And I'm like, okay, guys, all right, we don't need to.
And Jimmy couldn't save her because he couldn't swim.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were best friends because they were twins.
Yeah.
That's the Jennifer story. He hasn't talked since.
It's really good that the Nintendo guy wasn't like, this is the page that we have to add this to. Nick was supposed to be watching him, but he was playing a Nintendo gaming system instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a word got added to Jimmy's vocabulary. Now it's California and Jennifer.
And Jennifer.
Yay.
He's learning.
He's like, oh, we have to quit. We got to go back.
Jennifer.
Corey's trying to go back. And this is when Jimmy speaks and says, I don't want to quit. Right?
Yeah. And I was like, shut up, Jimmy.
It's too many words.
Every time he's
For a smart boy.
Now you can talk?
Yeah.
Oh, now you're
Well,
smart guy?
good for you.
Right?
Hit
When
that-
you're trying to help me.
Oh, good. No, that's good. That's good. I like both of them.
Oh, good for you.
Now you can talk. Great. Right as soon as it's time for you to help me lose an argument, now you can pipe in.
You jerk,
Block
Jimmy.
building idiot.
You should be lobotomized.
Oh my gosh.
You're such an idiot.
Whoa. Strong take from Joe.
Jimmy, bro.
You should be put into was it medical grade coma,
Well, next time
medical force coma.
Sam runs
Whatever it
into
is.
Putnam when they're both poking around, he says, "You make your money off kids, you should be shot." Right?
Yeah.
So like, there's lots of threats of physical violence in this movie.
Tons.
The kids get to Reno, and they got 3 days to get him until Video Armageddon in L.A. They're in Reno, Nevada.
With no money.
With no money.
No money.
They have 3 days to get Jimmy good at all the games. So she calls in another favor from another trucker. This 12-year-old have 15 truckers' phone numbers in her pants?
She takes advantage
That's why she wears the jeans.
of another. There you go. She takes advantage of another mentally disabled individual.
Spanky?
Spanky was not all that bright. Come on.
He should be institutionalized before Jimmy does.
Because it was just,
Should be the two of them in there, sharing a Jello pudding pack.
he plays a little bit like a simpleton, where it's just like, she's like, huh? Yeah, you want me to bet? Okay, I'm gonna bet this. It's like,
First of all, she's got Spanky, this trucker she calls in, playing the craps table
for her.
She's
with her
just
money.
yelling across the casino and no one else minds it.
She's in a casino. They're all kids.
Yes, they're in a casino.
Yes.
and they're kids.
And they're yelling instructions loud enough that if he can hear it, everybody else can hear it. So
he wins a bunch of money.
He's not cheating.
No.
They go outside, right? Or they get kicked out.
Yes.
So again,
Not because they're children, but
No.
because of, yes.
yeah,
Can't play with children here.
yeah. Come on now. So he, he wins all this money, and she's like, "I'll just take it, and here's $10." It's like, for your trouble.
And then he's like, $10.
I know.
$10 in 1989 was like $15.
I've never seen so much money before.
This is why I hate her, because
She's
Spanky
the
deserved more than that.
Yes,
Yes.
he
He
did.
deserved half, at
know.
least.
Give Spanky more money.
Justice
Justice
for
for
Spanky.
Spanky.
Let's go.
There we go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Exactly.
Justice for Spanky.
We salute you.
That's right.
Don't worry, guys. Because after this, Spanky ends up becoming a super at some hotel and befriends tiny little robots that rebuild the hotel.
And later on after that,
What are we talking about?
It was like a spit take.
the chief of police for Jack Slater
Yes.
in Last Action Hero. In order
Batteries not included.
Yes. Great movie.
He was in the movie Batteries Not Included.
Gotcha.
and Lock Up with Stallone and Slater. Good stuff. All right. So they've got 3 days to get him good at all these games. And so they call up the Nintendo phone counselors.
Was that a thing?
100% real.
Really?
I didn't
Yes.
know, but he explained it to me.
I didn't know about that at all.
Yes, it was 100% real. It was in Nintendo Power. You could call up these game counselors. And there's actually a documentary. I can't remember the name of it. If it was on Games That Made Us or Games We Loved or something. I don't know. Where they were talking to people that used to work there.
Yeah.
And they had these big binders for each game. And anyone would call up and be like, I'm stuck in the underwater level, just to use an example, on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And they'd pull their binders out and try to help you, give you clues, tips, tricks, try to help you on the phone because there wasn't the freaking internet.
I felt a certain type of way about this because I've been playing the Uncharted games, and there's been a couple times where I've had to look up how to get past certain parts or whatever.
Right.
And I can that's so embarrassing to call and just be like, I'm so bad at video games that I can't get past this part, and I just feel like I'd be judged and be felt like I noob. I don't know. I just would never ever be able to do that.
So you like the anonymity of the internet and the idea of having to call another human and say,
Because they're gonna know that I'm cheating.
I'm incapable.
I just look at Reddit, no one will know.
that's right. So if you had to play games back then, you would just quit when you got to a point you couldn't get past and go, guess I need a new game.
That is so embarrassing.
I can just see these guys the phone rings and it's another box stacker.
Yeah.
Yes.
This guy builds.
Hello, yep, you're really bad at video games and you suck and you're a noob.
Yep. You should be institutionalized.
I'm sorry. What part are you stuck at?
Oh my God! What
so
hey, Jimmy! This guy's stuck at level 4.
He doesn't know how to kill a Goomba.
What an idiot!
Oh, here. Okay, you ready for this, kid?
Yeah.
You jump on it. Oh my God!
What an idiot! What an idiot!
Hang up on him. Hang up on him.
I'm gonna call my mom about that.
That's exactly what I meant. You did it perfectly, so thanks.
That's what you think is going to happen. No, it was some lady that was like, I don't know. I've never played the game. Let me look in this
My
book.
grandson's been playing
It took
this.
him
I want to get into it.
It took him twice as long to find the answer than it did to do anything else. So they call these Nintendo counselors, and there's a whole montage of them, getting the lowdown on every game. And in this montage, I played almost all of these games. There's Metroid,
Oh, yeah.
Simon's Quest was in there, Contra, Mega Man 2, loved that game. And it's like this montage where he's, practicing these games. You got Fred Savage risen up some candy cigarette chick.
That was so weird.
That was random. She was 12 years old, and she's selling.
Right.
Candy.
With
Working.
hair sprayed up.
Well, that was a
Right.
little bad.
And I'm like, why is she made up to look like an adult in an arcade?
so random.
Yeah. I got lots
He was
of
wearing
questions.
sunglasses inside, so
And
it's
he goes,
cool.
hey, babe,
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I get 2 juicy fruits and keep the change?
That's right. That's right.
Don't punch me in the face.
This time now, when Putnam finds Sam and Nick on his trail, he has their truck towed.
Yeah.
While that's happening, Nick and Dad notice one of the bullies in this diner has their landscaping hat on,
Yep.
which previously Corey had. Or was Jimmy wearing the hat? I don't
Jimmy
know.
was wearing
Jimmy
that.
was wearing
It was Corey's hat that he put on Jimmy.
Right. And they walk over, and I'm thinking like, oh, fantastic. They're going to get revenge on these bullies.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the hat? And the kid's like, whatever. Like, he plays it out, but eventually tells him, I got it off some kid.
it some dumb kid.
Yeah.
That's what
He
he sounded like.
stacks boxes. I don't know. He's a dummy.
Now, hurry
should
up.
go
I'm
to
late to
home.
my shift at the docks.
Yeah.
Then,
That's what I'm saying.
you know where those kids went? And Lucas is there at the diner himself,
here's it.
in person, not even one of his cronies.
No.
Lucas himself. I'll tell you where they went.
What a tool.
Right? Because he doesn't want him to make it to Video Armageddon. Right? Because he's scared of Jimmy.
Yeah.
He's scared of the whiz.
He's scared of the
He
boxes.
shows them the ad, right?
Yeah.
So I just imagine he's just sitting at the bar, just staring at the ad, just like,
Counting all that money he's going to make.
yeah.
But here's great that you learned from Lucas where they are. Couldn't you still go slap that other kid around a little bit?
a little bit more.
Like,
Come
they
on.
did really
rough him up.
nothing to him.
Yeah.
He never got his comeuppance. Not once.
Oh, don't say that.
So,
Don't say that. I hate that word, comeuppance.
more game prep. I know you do. They're like 76 games down, 21 to go. And I'm like, isn't Jimmy's whole thing is he didn't need prep to be good at games? He just was good at them
Yeah.
naturally. He was a natural.
Good point.
So that kind of seems to contradict that whole plot point, right?
Yeah.
Like he's got to prep and all this stuff. Then this part of the movie starts where, and I know they cut out a ton. I'll say this now. If you go buy the Blu-ray of this movie, you can get a movie version that has 50 more minutes.
I'm
Whoa.
sorry. Excuse me. What?
50 minutes longer.
Where?
Almost an hour.
Where?
On the Blu-ray. So go buy the
no.
Blu-ray.
What is it?
Oh, like
called?
what they
Crap,
had?
it's on the Blu-ray, James.
No, I don't know.
What
But
parts of the movie is like
I
extended?
never saw it, but it's almost another hour long. Well, guess when Nintendo and the studio gave the director the shooting script, he was like, "There's no way on this timetable we can get this done," and they refused to reduce the script at all. So he shot the whole thing, and then they ended up having to cut it way down for the movie release. So there was almost an hour, and they put it back in for the Blu-ray release. So there's an extra hour of this movie out
That
there.
is such a waste of time and
Okay.
money. Like, it's insane.
So this is the only thing I can think of because now this part of the movie, Putnam, every scene he knows something he shouldn't know.
Yes.
So the next scene, he's like, he knows they're in Reno.
Yeah.
How did he find out that information?
Yes.
They never show that. He starts asking around and he sees Corey by the pool
Okay.
with McCheeks,
Okay.
which you texted me about.
So I'm watching this movie with my sister, and we're already like, this. What is this? What kind of movie is this, right? And all of a sudden, this comes on, and I cannot describe to you guys. You're gonna have to go see it.
Yeah.
But I did a screenshot on my phone, and I immediately shared it with James.
Yeah.
And the caption was, "What the shit?"
Yeah.
Because this was such out of left field.
Yeah.
But it is a uncredited elderly man with the tiniest blue Speedo known to mankind.
Yeah.
And if you pay even closer attention as they pan out.
Why would I want to pay closer attention?
Hold on. It's getting better.
You really get in there and look.
He's only wearing one red sock. What? He's got one red sock.
Do you remember him?
With white shoes and a blue Speedo.
Why would anyone need to wear socks at a pool? Why does he need one?
But the thing is, they stayed on this guy for so long.
And he's got like butt cleavage.
Oh my God. The old man, like
Yes.
wrinkles.
That's so weird they were looking.
Well,
I'm
it's
just
that
wondering.
you put it in the middle of the screen.
Here, I'm going to pull up on my phone.
And I encourage you at home to do the same.
Yes.
Check out Old Man Butt
Check
Cleavage.
out Old Man Butt Cleavage. It's
At
1
Lemon
hour.
Park-
No.
yeah.
Don't just look that up.
How this was it.
How do you not see it?
Yeah, and they just like
there.
and then he turns,
Yeah.
Look, Jenna.
and he's completely still framed in the background.
It's like in that movie, was it with Sandra Bullock, where they had to hold people's eyes open so the monster would
Bird
see?
Box?
Bird Box.
Yes.
Thank you. It's like Bird Box. I'm going to bird box you so you look at this guy's butt.
And this old guy looks and he turns the camera and everything. It's just like he knew he was there.
And just think about
He was
that.
happy to be there.
That guy is long dead.
Oh,
but his butt is going to live forever. And that's really kind of a beautiful thing. You know? When
Yeah,
you
and the
think about
Wizard.
it. In the Wizard.
1989, the Wizard.
It'll be there for future
Nintendo.
generations to enjoy for years and years to come.
I guess I understand why you two like this movie so much now.
I don't. Yeah, whatever.
Be honest. Did you make that your screensaver after you screen?
He did.
it?
It's his background on his phone now. Putnam sees Corey by the pool, grabs him. I'm gonna find you, you bastard. Where's your brother? Another person who he's already showing pictures to. I need these children, like he said, running around.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I saw him. He was in the arcade. So he drops Corey and books for the arcade. And he yells to Haley, like, look what's happening. So they follow after him to the arcade.
By the way, they left their little disabled
Their little traumatized, idiotic, disabled child.
Yeah, in the arcade, in the casino, all by themselves while they were sitting at the
By
pool.
the pool. Right. That's true. We shouldn't overlook that.
Yeah.
There's a security guard posted at the entrance to this arcade. Putnam runs right by him. Dude doesn't even flinch.
Doesn't matter.
He's like, whatever. Then he goes in front of the security guard and damn near picks up Jimmy by his crotch.
Just suplex.
It's so weird. Why'd you pick him up like that?
It was weird.
By his inner thigh. I was like, dude, what? Security guard. Well, let's see where this goes.
Just let it play out.
I don't get paid enough for
Let
this.
this play out. Let's see. It's not until Haley and Corey run in and Haley yells,
He touched my breast.
Just screams and then yells that.
that the security guard goes, whoa, I better do something then.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's still got Jimmy. Like, Jimmy's sitting there like this, and he drops
Poor
him.
Jimmy.
And he gets arrested and taken away by the police.
Yep.
Oh, God. The kids go back to Haley's trailer because Haley's father lives and he's still not home. He's coming home tomorrow, I think she said.
Still not home.
I think he'll
we
be
never
home
see
tomorrow,
her parents.
Right? I wanted to have this money before my dad got back and I could show him, look, we can get a house. And Corey's like, hey, your dad looking for a house is like Link looking for Zelda.
Oh my gosh.
It's so, I'm like, talk about shoehorn it. There needs to be a reference on this page.
Didn't
please.
she call him sexist after
Yeah,
that?
it's like,
Yeah.
that's sexist.
So sexist.
Yeah.
He's like, he basically says the line and he's like, Is that doing anything for you?
Not doing anything? Then, I mean, it's the most middle school thing because she's like, even if you liked me like that, I don't know if I like you, even if I did like you and you like me.
Yeah.
He's like, I do
you
like
like me?
Like, do you like me? He's like,
So James is writing on a piece of paper. Yep. And he's writing for the audience. He writes her a note, and the note says, "Do you like me?"
I
with a
feel like I'm in
checkbox,
middle
yes
school
or no.
again.
do you like checkbox? Do you got a check mark?
Can I have this?
Yeah.
Yeah, check it.
$10 is going to be no.
Oh, she
she
gonna
writes
do
in her,
it? She
writes in
gonna do
her
it?
own box. What is that?
Maybe.
That's what I would
maybe
do.
with an
That's
That's
choice.
literally what I would do.
That's the move. Is you write maybe with your own box.
Or you
Right.
do maybe
Undecided.
with your own box
That's
and then
the
check
power
no
move.
still.
And I was like, I said to Jen, I was like, aren't you cringed out by this like middle school romance? And I remember you were like, this is actually accurate.
No, it was accurate.
Oh, that's pretty simple.
I swear middle schoolers wrote that scene because I
Yeah.
feel like adults wouldn't be able to.
After the sexist thing, I keep wanting to say Jimmy, Corey leans in to
Yeah.
get a kiss from her and makes it to about a foot away from her and just gets face palmed.
Yep.
I wish he would have gone to sleep again.
She just punched him again.
Knocked out cold on the lawn chair.
Be awesome. Then I knew what you were going to do, and there is no way I'm gonna kiss a boy.
No.
And he calls her a lesbian.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not even kidding.
You don't want to kiss
Straight
me?
up.
You're a lesbian.
Yep.
He goes, a girl maybe?
Yeah.
And she gets so, and I'm like,
Well, I'll show you.
and kisses him, and I'm like, perfect.
That's how you have
Perfect.
game. You call the person a lesbian and then they'll kiss you.
It was the link.
Hey, it worked.
It was between that and the link reference.
Yes.
That's what it gets. Little off subject, but
Yes, please.
what is Zelda's favorite breakfast?
What?
Link sausage.
Ew.
Gross.
What?
Ew.
You mean sausage links?
Well, yeah, I guess you can say that too. I like it my way better.
Gross.
All right.
Link sausage, sausage links, same thing.
The next weird ass scene in this movie.
Hit the button. That was a bad.
Oh.
button. No, not that one. Kurt's. We got to feed Kurt.
Got to do it.
It was a bad one.
The
And
next
I really forced it, but
scene
he's
is
got to do.
Putnam on a payphone, seemingly having gotten out of prison or jail, and says he's on the phone with somebody. She didn't even have breasts.
Oh yes, that was such a hard.
Why was
Hard
he looking?
cringe.
Right.
Why were you looking?
And believe me, I checked.
Yeah, yeah. Gosh, this movie.
I was like, what? What? Who is he talking to?
Yeah, Mom. And then they
And then
arrested
this 12-year-old.
Yeah, Mom.
This 12-year-old said I touched her breast and she didn't even have any.
Yeah.
So I had this kid by the crotch and the cops rolled up. How in the hell?
Find children.
And this is it. So now he's on the phone with somebody that knows how to find people because he gives Haley's full name. How did he know Haley's last name? How?
Again, this is probably where that whole other
Yes.
hour is on the Blu-ray.
Finds out her place, goes over to her place, and snatches up Jimmy while the other two are waking up,
Yank.
basically. And he is gone. She calls in her trucker friends again. Now it's like 2 out of 3 times it's worked.
Yeah.
Now you get 2 set. Where were they? They were right there. Hold on, we're literally right where this guy is.
We're gonna block the road.
Block the whole road. 2 trucks behind him. 2 trucks block him in between 2 like rocks.
Yep.
Out comes Spanky. So, you touched her breasts, did you?
Yep.
And
One guy's rolling up a sleeve.
I'm like, you're thinking that's got to be the end of Putnam, right?
no.
Next time we see him, he's fine.
He
he's
has
got a
one little
broken-
bruise.
Now
Yeah,
I,
on the broken glass.
now I really want
Okay.
to watch the extended version to see what they added because there is a couple of like plot holes. and
Right?
stuff, but-
Couple.
It's probably them eating Twinkies in the Hostess truck for an hour.
Anyway, let's get to Video Armageddon here because we're getting close to the end. Spanky gives him a ride all the way to LA, drops him off at Universal Studios, which they just walk through the front gate of. That's not cheap. Straight into Universal Studios.
Yeah.
All the way up to the front door of Video Armageddon, where they have a doorman who is on freaking PCP.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love this.
Wait, do you know who this doorman is?
Who is he?
Who will survive? Video Armageddon. Continue.
Just let him.
Hi. Hi. We're here to register.
Good.
Do you not recognize him?
No, who is that?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
What game
Oh,
is
gosh, it is
what game
him.
are they playing?
Yes.
Well, for the prelims, we're playing Ninja Gaiden. Hey!
He knows Ninja Gaiden. We're in. It's great.
Yeah, why should you say those?
Fantastic.
Ninja
Finish was
Gaiden.
back and hustle it on in there. You're blowing it. You're late. Move it, move it, move it!
Yeah.
Just crazy.
Yeah, that's the
Was
guy.
he-
I
That's
love the energy.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Which character?
You know the
Gaiden.
two pirate sidekicks. The one with the wooden eye.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the tall
The bald
skinny
one.
guy, and then the short fat guy. That's the short fat guy.
Really?
With the
yeah.
with the
I
horseshoe
knew I
hair.
recognized him
Yep,
completely on it. Yeah.
Yeah, with the long gray horseshoe hair.
Yeah.
He did not have to play this hard.
No, he went
But he
so
did.
hard.
Okay,
That's just
but
one scene.
I loved it. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
I loved
go
it.
hard, right?
You know, he went really hard with it because she couldn't even say it right, and she probably knew how to say
He
it.
knows
Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden.
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 It's, wait, people say I've heard it say Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden,
Gaiden.
whichever. Say either one. I don't care if you say Ninja Gaiden or Gaiden,
Yeah.
but Gaiden. We know Ninja Gaiden.
It's like,
We know him.
Cool whip.
He's our friend, Guy Dan.
Whip.
Cool whip. Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
That made me want to take my
Gaiden.
headphones off. I hate that.
They run in.
That's
Whip,
disgusting. I hate it. I hate it.
They turn into, or they run into Lucas. They get in. They're not in this room 4 seconds, right? They're going to be in the last prelim of Ninja Gaiden, and Lucas is there with his cronies, right? Oh, look who it is, the wizard, right?
When did he get that name?
I thought they were going into the Blue Man Group.
It looks like it. Be careful. Wouldn't want you to whiz on anybody. You're so funny, Lucas. Oh, this is
Sweet burn, Lucas. You're so awesome. I want to grow up to be just like
Can I be
you.
your friend, Lucas? Can I be your
Have
friend?
my lunch money.
It was a sick burn.
Isn't Corey's response like he's gonna whiz on you or something?
I don't even
like,
remember.
They're like, what?
Just like they're like,
Shut up.
well, whatever. Come
Shut
on.
up, Fred Savage.
Because then you hear all of a sudden the guy on stage. Okay, my little beauties, come on up here to
This
daddy.
guy is creepy.
Come to daddy, my little beauties. It's time for the last.
Disgusting. Who are they having these movies with all these like
My beautiful
children
little
touchers?
children.
It's disgusting.
Come on up here for the final prelim.
You get to sit on my lap while you play.
Jimmy goes up, smashes it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. I was just
Yeah.
saying. But this, I do have to say though, is of all the weird things that they try to force, like
Yeah.
you know the power glove and the way things are. There's like this. At the time, this is almost like fantasy. Like they're.
Oh,
you know,
dude, as a kid,
That's what he said.
You know, like they thought like this. You know, this could be the future. And the thing is, there actually is stuff like this.
No.
And with e-games,
100%. And
You know,
even at the time, as a 10-year-old,
Yeah.
when this came out, this I know we're ripping on out was the coolest crap.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, if I could get to a place like that and play video games in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
competitively play games,
Oh,
video
my
games.
gosh.
This was a fantasy back then.
This was- yes.
There wasn't this.
Part
you
of
know?
what we're talking about is that it's humorous now to look back at, but at
Yeah.
the time, it absolutely nailed the what's the word I'm looking for?
Like the
Spectacle.
desire.
Spectacle, the
Yeah.
desire to be here and be part of it. And yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Not to
This
jump
came
back,
true.
but before they meet crazy guy who leads them in about Ninja Gaiden, when they
Why do you gotta make
first show,
that face when you do it?
I don't know,
Okay.
but when they first show Universal Studios, there's
You talking
the most cracked out Mickey Mouse.
It's the panda.
And they go, it's a panda. It's like, it's clearly a Mickey Mouse who's stuck, like, hooked on Coke.
It was
Like,
Mickey Mouse from the neck down, but they couldn't get the
For licensing
permission
reasons.
to use
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
just paint the eyes in.
So they used like a panda head.
Oh,
It
I
was
missed
terrifying.
it.
So weird.
I'm gonna have to go back and check that out.
I had the
missed it.
same thought, but I didn't know that.
It's like nightmare fuel.
All right, I'm the only one that didn't see it then. So, all right, so he goes through his first prelim, Ninja Gaiden, wins, and it ends up being part of the final three. The final three for the championship is Lucas, of course, because he's the man. Mora, Mora is awesome.
She's awesome. She's awesome.
And then Jimmy. Not a fan of Mora. You're over here shaking your head.
What's wrong with Mora?
I'm glad they put a woman in it.
What's wrong with Mora? Was it the glasses?
It was the glasses and the braids, and then whenever the camera flashed her, she's just like, just like giggling and touching her braids. Like no one acts like that.
I don't touch
Well,
your braids some more or something.
yeah,
A lot
That's
of
what
these
girls
kids that
do.
made up, so social anxiety.
And my little animals, the final game will be a game no one has ever played.
What are you talking about?
never said anything
this
about
is
a new
crap.
game.
You know, we were
She's-
supposed to have
is it
this.
Haley?
Blah blah blah.
Yeah, Haley is.
She's the only person in the crowd that's like actually yelling stuff at him, and it's so funny. She's like
Calling
not
him
even
out.
playing.
You suck.
But again, the whole point is Jimmy's a natural, so I don't get why you guys are freaking out.
Doesn't
Shut up. Outside, by the way, Putnam is there, and Jimmy's parents are just posted up at Universal Studios, like eating a churro.
They're
just
on
chilling.
vacation.
They're just
at
chilling.
Universal Studios while their kid, as far as they know,
Yes.
is in an institution.
I don't think they knew Putnam or Jimmy was there. Oh, Putnam.
Yep.
Hey, any luck finding Timmy? Jimmy?
Well, I
Jimmy,
mean,
Timmy,
they sent him to an institution anyway. It wasn't like they really cared about
No.
like where their kid was.
We
what I'm
were
saying.
going to call you in a day or two and check in.
Oh, he's here? Oh, well, then get on it. What are we doing here?
We'll look. We'll
Yeah.
look too, I guess.
we're really worried
we?
about
Yeah.
him being gone. He's a runaway, so we're gonna go ahead and take a vacation right now.
Fred Savage and his crew and Lucas and his crew all walk out, for the break time from Video Armageddon. And Lucas is standing there with his group of cronies, and Spider-Man is there. And they all, the one kid that gets a line is the worst. I can't even with this kid. Hold on.
It was bad.
It's so bad, dude.
Yeah, I read about there.
Hours. All right, look, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you made it.
I can't even do it justice. That's why I have to play it.
Yeah.
With all due respect, Mr. Bateman, I've had a bitch of a time. Excuse my language. And I'd rather not have anything else go wrong.
I mean, it's so unfair. How can they give us a new game?
Kid.
Hey, Lucas, man, that was great. You're gonna rip their gizzards out, man.
Whoa!
Look, Dorfley.
Yeah.
Rip their gizzards
The
out.
worst acting I've ever seen.
That's Tobey Maguire on his left.
Holy crap!
That's Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh! Now I got it.
Crap.
So when I said, I just wanted to see if you guys would notice, and that's why I played it a little bit. But yeah, he's out here chilling. He's got Spider-Man in his crew. Tobey Maguire's first movie ever in The Wizard.
Oh,
Whoa.
you just blew my freaking mind. That's insane.
And this guy got a line and could barely put two words together. No offense, he's a kid, I know.
Whatever.
But Tobey Maguire just has to face act the whole time. And it's funny as you watch him, he's just like, oh, yeah. Funny line. But without saying a word the entire time.
That is so crazy. That
Yeah.
Jeez, that's mind blowing. I missed that.
So did I the first
it's like
time.
Jean-Claude Van Damme and Breaking. You know, it's such a random role.
Yeah. It's just totally random. There he is, his first movie ever, Tobey Maguire.
Wow.
Yeah. But then Lucas, because he's a bastard, is just like,
not even
hey, they're down here, and just points them right out to Putnam.
Yeah.
Who then, again, children everywhere, tackles these kids onto a tram where they're trying to get away onto the studio tour.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, Sam and Nick, his dad and his brother, roll in. They jumping on the tram, and there's this whole like tug of war fight over the tram that's trying to go through the Universal Studios, studio tour.
Yeah.
And they end up in the King Kong attraction.
Yep.
Which apparently is right above Video Armageddon.
Directly above it.
Like directly above it?
Yeah. It's like
Because they looked down through a vent,
Yeah.
and there it is. But they walked out of that and drove
It's in
away,
the basement.
far away, got into another building, and it was down underneath them.
Don't. Please. Don't.
Okay.
Doesn't make any sense.
All right, just checking.
Yeah.
Putnam corners them in the back room, and good thing there's an elevator there.
That
Yeah.
was such a weird scene.
And he's also really confused about what an elevator is.
What is this? What is this? As they
What
start going
sort
down.
of demonic activity could this be? Witchcraft.
The whole time they're down there counting down like the last minute because they're supposed to start at Video Armageddon, and Jimmy's not there because they're getting chased around. And they do the countdown. Mora's looking ready to go. You know she's going to win. She's on stage. Lucas is on stage, hearing them in the vent upstairs, like
ignoring
them. Ha ha ha. And they got these big giant doors that like a spaceship door, basically.
Those are sick
They're
doors.
sick doors,
they were,
dude.
yeah.
And so when the thing finally runs to zero, every smoke machine in the building's turned on.
Yep.
This door opens up, the music, dun, 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 dun. And
awesome.
Jimmy is just sitting there,
Just chill.
looking as cool as possible, leaning on the thing.
Plus 2,000 aura.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Just looking at his watch, going, I've been here all day, guys.
Right. Talk about the ultimate psych out, right?
Like, what's up, ladies?
What's up?
California.
That's my line.
California.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna build some blocks.
California.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. They are going to play. And guys, at the time this movie came out, it wasn't out yet. So this was a huge deal getting to see this in the movie.
Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers 3.
That's such a smart marketing strategy.
Yeah, I wanted to
Yes.
buy it as soon as I saw this. I
Right.
was like, can I get it now?
It's one of the best games of all time. And at the time, we had already played through 1 and 2 so much that it was just like, please. Yes.
So, can you imagine how much more scared Lucas would have to be if they would have chose Tetris?
Oh, yeah.
You know how good Jimmy is at stacking things?
Yo, dude, that would have made the perfect thing to tie it all
Game
up.
over.
Right?
All he does is stack.
I actually played Super Mario 3 when I was a kid with my sister. That's like the
Yeah.
only game out of all these that I've actually played, but it is a really good game.
There you go.
You've never played Ninja Gaiden?
No, I'd never played Ninja Gaiden.
All right, can we talk for a second?
Please.
They start busting out.
We are on a podcast,
They're
after
playing
all.
Super Mario Brothers 3, and they can't. The people, the adults that wrote this, like, okay, how are we going to explain to idiots what they're watching here?
Yeah.
Because the kids can't say anything; they're playing, and so we have to have someone else commentating on what's happening for all of the idiots that don't understand video games.
This movie or this game has never been played.
No.
But yet, for some reason, Fred Savage and a little dress girl
Fred
over
and
there
Haley
was shouting out what they should do because, you need to do this for this and this.
Which is for the audience's benefit.
For the audience's benefit. But in reality,
stupid.
there was no way they would have known what to do.
No, it's idiotic. Idiotic commentary. It's hilarious. Oh, you've got to jump on that, and that means that you win.
You get to go to war.
You gotta get the whistle thingy.
And then if you whistle,
the flute or whatever.
don't forget to warp to the next
You gotta
level.
warp to the next world.
You gotta get the star. If you get the star, you'll win.
Right. All that nonsense. At the same time, some idiot cooked up a visualization of the points with little racers
Yes.
attached to the
I
end
love
of it.
that. I love that.
That made absolutely no
So
sense.
dumb.
No.
So dumb.
They're trying to do a game that's not point based and make it into a point system.
Yeah.
That they can then show these little racer icons going across the screen. They were doing everything they could to visualize it for people that don't know or care about video
There's
games.
so many other better ways they could have done that though. Like to
Right.
show what like each world that they got to or something.
Something.
Or just have a flag, like a Mario Kart flag,
Right.
and just have it going up or down,
Yeah.
and that's how you know how
Yeah.
well the person's doing.
Perfect.
But again, I don't think a lot of people realize, when they start getting these games, like I said, it's not a point-based games anymore.
No.
But before, most people had very limited experience with video games.
Right.
The predecessor to video games is basically pinball
Yeah. An arcade game.
and arcade games, things like that. And those were point-based.
Heavily point-based.
Heavily point-based. So they were trying to say, okay, everything is point-based now, but we're getting away from being point-based. Now it's levels, it's unlocks, it's, can you beat the game in a certain amount of time, and this and that. Now, but we still have to get, like you said, get that familiarity, and so they just shoehorned points into these games for no reason other
For
than
no reason.
for that reason. I'm sorry.
No, but it makes sense for people that wouldn't understand it because points people get points. I understand that. You have more points than him, you win.
Boom.
Right? But to try and make it any other mechanic, it wouldn't have worked.
Nope.
So Jimmy wins. And
Hey.
smashes Lucas, wins the 50,000. His parents show up mid-match and they're not mad. They're just like, oh, there's money involved? Go,
Yeah,
Jimmy!
way to go,
Because
Jimmy!
we're your power of attorney, so get that money.
They're like, wait, he's stupid, but like in a good way?
They gotta write that check to us because you're a minor.
Yeah.
Go, Jimmy!
We're gonna be
Therapy's
so
really
rich.
expensive.
Gonna be so rich. So stupid. All right, on their way home, they end up going past the famous dinosaurs. It used to be at this restaurant. The Pee-wee's Big Adventure was there, filmed at these dinosaurs.
Yes, yeah.
And it's where Jimmy jumps out and wants to run over there with his lunchbox, and they all run after him.
The thing is, though, is that he's in the car for like a solid couple of minutes, just California.
Oh, that's right, spazzing
He's
out.
trying to get out of the car, like holding the door handle over and over again.
Pull over,
And then
pull over.
they stop the car. They're like, okay. I guess.
Right. If they were my parents, they'd be like, shut up or I'll give
Yeah.
you something to cry about.
Yeah.
The mom leans back. Why can't you just be normal?
I'll get you some popcorn boxes to stack when we get home, okay?
Jimmy, bro.
Here's some ketchup backups. Stack those.
We have California at home.
The California home.
We have California at home. We already got California at home. We don't need more California.
That's right. That's right. Now, the whole thing is that it was her favorite place, and he had a family photo of them at that dinosaur. She wanted to leave her stuff somewhere she was happy. It's like sweet and touching.
Yeah.
More moving than I anticipated it being, to be honest.
Agreed.
Right?
I agree.
I will say, though, if he would have just been like, hey, I have this picture of my sister at these dinosaurs. Can we go there?
So much easier.
Oh, are you making fun of a special traumatized idiot boy
Yeah.
that's
No.
been traumatized heavily?
I'm
and you're going to say,
just-
well, if Dummy would just speak with his words.
Maybe stop stacking boxes for a minute. He could even have said it while he's stacking.
Ridiculous. I'm stacking these boxes because it's the only thing I've attached myself to in order to help me organize my thoughts in a way that keeps me from going insane.
If we consider Adlerian theory, I would say that...
Perfect.
I don't know, guys. Maybe if he played the video games better, it would brought his sister back to life.
Whoa.
But obviously, that didn't help out.
That's what he needed Dad to come over at the end and put his arm around him and go, Jimmy, you did a great job. But just so you know, that no matter how good you are at video games, your sister will always be dead.
And I blame you for that.
Yep. That's the moral of the story, Jenna.
That's the moral of the story.
No matter how good
Oh my God.
your video game play is, you'll never bring back your dead sister.
She had the ultimate high score.
She was like the Ninja Turtle. She did drown in that level.
Hate those water levels.
Only if Jimmy had some boxes to build, he could have saved her.
That's what he's doing. He's trying to construct a bridge to get to her.
Crazy. I know you did not just compare her dying to the Ninja Turtle game. That's insane.
He's building a bridge across the river.
Across the river.
Where was your building skills when it mattered, Jimmy? Just stood there with your grilled cheese sandwich. All right. All right.
Sorry.
The movie's over, but here's the thing. They all drive away like together. And something the movie never deems necessary to answer. Does Haley just go back and live with them? Or does she go back to her house?
I don't know.
Or what?
Who cares?
Another loose end is Christian Slater goes, Dad's a changed man for no reason at all other than Nintendo gaming systems.
Yeah.
And then the wife is like, we'll talk about this when we get home. You can take Jimmy with you.
That's right.
Yeah.
You and me are probably getting back together because this guy's an asshole.
Yeah. There was like
Thanks
that little
to
bit.
Nintendo gaming systems.
Yeah.
Nintendo will fix all of your emotional problems.
Not your sister being dead, though.
Yeah.
If your son's dumb and builds with blocks,
That's right.
give him a Nintendo.
It'll bring your family back together. It'll change Dad. He won't beat you and drink anymore.
If your sister drowned in a river, we can't do anything about that.
So stupid.
If you had Nintendo, your mom wouldn't stop drinking anymore.
The message of this movie.
Anymore. Mommy, Daddy doesn't love you, but Nintendo does.
That's the message of this. That's the message of this movie. That Nintendo can fix everything.
It's true. I have a Nintendo Switch at home.
That's the end of the movie. Good Lord.
Oh my gosh.
Jenna looks like her
She's
soul's
mortified
crushed.
down there. She's absolutely mortified.
Welcome to the real world, Jenna.
That's right.
Glub, glub.
That's actually crazy. Like what you were saying about his sister dying. That's insane.
You know why
All
it's
right.
going to be okay? Because you have a Nintendo Switch at home.
Exactly.
I have a Nintendo Switch at home, so I'm
Yep.
okay.
You're good to go. Go play Animal Crossing. You'll feel better.
It's basically two things. One more. Two things to take away. Get a Nintendo
Right.
and swimming lessons.
Yeah, that's right.
I actually can't swim.
Yep, she can't.
Hey, well,
That's terrifying.
hey, look what happens.
That's right.
You need to learn how to swim, Jenna. Do you know how much water there is around us?
You need two things to keep you safe.
Oh my God.
Please go get swimming lessons.
Yes.
Please.
It's because he didn't teach me how to swim because he hates me.
No, it's because she got. No, it's because she got traumatized by my uncle who just threw her into a pool.
He did not throw me into the pool. I fell into.
No, he threw you into the pool.
Seriously?
It was another time, yes.
Oh, okay. No. Well, the first time where I actually almost drowned, I just walked in, and then you guys were just like, la la la, on your phones.
But I got
I
you
almost
out.
drowned.
Wow.
No, it's fine.
I don't just leave the part out where I rescued you and saved your life. Okay.
You sacrificed your cell phone, so I appreciate it.
Twice. All right. Let's give
This is
thing.
awkward.
Maybe,
Yeah, I know.
You would think maybe you'd give me swimming lessons after that, but it's fine.
I'm a very busy life. I was playing Nintendo Entertainment System.
It fixes all your problems.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This episode is sponsored by Nintendo.
You don't have to get your daughter swimming lessons if you forget you have a daughter because you're playing so much Nintendo Entertainment System. Right? Okay.
I need to go home.
Do you guys think The Wizard would have been better with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it?
I think it would have been better with Tobey Maguire in it.
Yeah. Obviously, as Arnold as Tobey Maguire's part.
Yeah, just
You're so cool, Lucas.
No, just standing there going,
standing there.
Lucas, you're going to tear the gizzards out.
Yeah.
Right? You're so perfect in the way that you play these games. What does this shirt say? Vision. Is that a Vision? Oh, remember the Vision shirts?
Yeah.
Yo,
I can see you
that's
so much
sick.
better now that I can read your shirt.
Imagine Arnold being Jimmy, and all he says.
All he says is California. California.
It's California.
California. Hello?
He's just on his knees.
Corey.
Blocks.
Jennifer.
Oh my
California.
God, so funny.
I don't want to give up.
That's right. Ninja Gaiden.
I'm very good at that one.
That's right.
I've got 50,000 points.
Oh my gosh. JP Dozier playing along with us today. He goes, the easy answer is having him play Jimmy. Having him say
see?
California in his Arnold voice would be hilarious. But the best answer would be to have him play Haley. Having Arnold say the lines. She packed it in.
Him, bro.
She packed it in. She was a showgirl. Great legs. I got her legs. What do you think of my legs? Do you remember when she was talking about her mother and how she was a gambler?
Yeah. When they're with the cows.
And then him screaming, "He touched my breast!" Be so funny. It's funny how they're kissing Fred Savage would be weird, but even funnier. That would be kind of.
I don't like you. Even if you did like me.
But I'm not a lesbian. Okay. Just
shut up and get over here.
Would he be wearing the dress and jeans combo?
Obviously, yes.
He'd flex out of it. He is very good at Ninja Gaiden.
That's right. Juan Sanchez writes in, and he said, well, he actually doesn't have an Arnold one, so we're going to move on to the next one. Sorry,
Mr.
Juan. Jason Smith playing along. Him and gym teacher Andy always doing the duos here. He goes, I want Arnold to be Jennifer, Jimmy's sister.
Oh!
What? Oh!
That'd be why she didn't go down the stream. Just sitting there like,
It's like Little John in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
I can't bloody
swim. It's like he's literally sitting in 3 inches of water, but he just face down Arnold. There's mud all over him. He gets up and the predator's looking at him.
The conversation where they talk about how she drowned in the river in only a few feet of water, and he starts pulling out the pictures, and they were Arnold with a wig on. I would laugh my ass off. Arnold in a Little League uniform, Arnold on a bike in front of the dyno with the family would be hilarious. It's just Schwarzenegger. He's flexing.
He's doing this, and everybody's on his shoulders.
Yes. Jason, I love it, man. That's
good. That one wins.
Gym teacher Andy.
I don't care what gym teacher Andy says.
Oh, look at that. He's already declaring you victorious.
Yeah. The dead sister is the best.
Who only says California for 75% of his speaking lines? That's right. It's the classic Arnold for Jimmy switcheroo. Just big, giant 1989 Arnold shuffling around with a lunchbox of pictures and untapped potential to know the warp in a game that had never been seen before and the blank stare of what was, I guess, spoiler alert, severe sadness autism. What?
That's
crazy.
So glad everybody's matching our energy, and they had no idea that they're going to match our energy.
My gosh, that's amazing. I think it's obvious. I mean, I think it's got to be Jimmy. I mean, when all said and done,
man.
The chance
I don't know.
to say,
I'm still going with the sister, Jimmy's sister.
Fair enough.
That's my favorite.
All right, let's give some awards out, guys. We're going to start with the award we give to the most intense performance, the person who was most sold out for their role. It's the Will Patton Award for intensity.
You want a war? I'll give you a war! Oh,
boss. I don't want them to gain another yard. You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm gonna take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
All right.
What are you doing with a gun in space?
Matala, what you got, buddy?
I'm going to go with Putnam.
Putnam?
I think he was pretty intense that he wanted to find little children.
Okay.
Not letting anything get in his way.
JP said this was tough between Will Seltzer as Putnam and Bo Bridges as Sam. Together, you could really feel the hate between the two of them. They kept attacking each other. Will Seltzer did seem to go all out for his character, but being the nerd I am going with Bo Bridges because every scene he was playing the NES, he was really getting into it. He also plays games like My Little Sister, the way he moves the controller all over the place when he's playing. Yeah, facts, dude. So that's a vote for Bo Bridges. Joe, who's your Will Patton?
It's okay. So it's got to be either.
You never. It's always between people. You never just say this is who I pick. I love it.
Anyway, no,
Okay.
it's going to be between the Lee Ardenberg. So he is the over the top. Entry guy.
My little animal.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Oh, the first guy.
The
that was
first
like-
guy.
Yeah.
And the Master of Ceremonies.
And that guy.
So it's in between the two of them.
Okay.
Those are my two. Because I like to give my love. I just like to spread it out. Okay. You know, I like to spread it out like herpes. Right, Ryan?
Whoa.
Right? You know all about that.
Right, Ryan?
Right, Ryan?
Ryan.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
So, but I'm going to plant my flag
Yes.
on the Master of Ceremonies. I don't know what his name is.
Yes, but we all know who he is.
Yeah, but that guy.
My animal.
It's
Yep.
Stephen Grimes.
Okay.
Okay. So he went all out.
Nice.
Man. He was nuts.
He did, yeah.
Juan Sanchez playing along went with Lucas Barton, a.k.a. Jackie Vinson. He was a good kid antagonist, but what really makes him shine is because he made the damn POS Power Glove look like it was all that and a bag of chips. But in reality, it was a pile of excrement almost on the level of a certain Steven Seagal. Ooh,
Yes.
Accurate.
Solid. I like
Lucas deserves some love for his acting,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
I went with Putnam too, Will Seltzer. I thought the dude was, ridiculous part, but
Why are you so shocked when I did?
given it because usually you're not right. So that's, that's why I was surprised.
I think that you've been eating too many bags of
true.
dicks.
That's so true.
It's affecting your brain.
It might
That's so
be
true.
Jason Smith said Stephen Greaves, the video Armageddon announcer. That's
There you
2
go.
votes for him.
There you go. See?
That dude was red with scream sweat. He went all in, making himself memorable. My runner-up was Will Seltzer as Uncle Putnam. Uncle Putnam. Ugh.
Ugh.
He really gave his all as the creepy child catcher and was probably the best part of the movie. But the announcer just brought it so hard. Yeah, no respect, Jason. I'm not going to argue with that at all. Jenna, who's your vote?
I'm gonna go with the door guy.
Oh wow,
for the convention or whatever. But
the main announcer. No, the door guy.
Gaiden.
Okay, gotcha.
Ninja Gaiden guy, because he did not need to bring that energy, but he did, and I loved it so much. The thing is, I would say the main announcer, but I hated him, so he doesn't deserve it.
So we've got a tie between the main announcer still and Putnam. With our final vote coming in here, gym teacher Andy, did they fully commit to the? And I can't stress this enough, actual written line of touched her breast? What breasts? In relation to a child? Why, yes, I have to go with the most problematically intense portrayal I've seen in a comedy in a while. Will Seltzer as Putnam. He leaned in and made you want everything bad and more to happen to him. And it takes a special commitment to distill the creepiest bolo tie weariness. Oh, yeah, we didn't even mention that up. Possibly pedophilic yet still smarmy and wormy elements into a card-carrying child catcher. Bold choice, Will. Mayhaps you burn too bright, you maniac.
Nice.
Fantastic
like
awards there. Andy, I love when people put that much thought into their stuff, dude. Awesome. You guys are killing it this week, all 4 of you. But that means that Will Seltzer is going to win the Will Patton Award.
Yeah.
He didn't catch the kid, but he caught the award.
He caught something.
So good for him. It's time to give out an award to the worst performance in the movie. So we have to answer the question, much like Steven Seagal in every movie he's in, who was the worst actor in The Wizard? It's the Trash Can Full of Dirt Award.
Trash can, oh trash can, it's a trash can full of dirt, yeah.
Love never dies, and neither do they. Love is eternal, and that's a long time.
Oh, Steven, everybody hates you. Okay.
Everybody. Nobody likes you.
Who's your trash can over there, Madela?
I don't know his name, but that kid right there.
You're going to rip his gizzards out, man. That kid?
Yes.
So blonde kid, red shirt at Universal Studios.
The only line he had in the whole movie.
Yeah.
He's like looking at a teleprompter.
He looks like someone's holding up lines underneath.
For sure.
And then when he makes him feel bad, because he says something here to make him feel bad, the kid goes, oh yeah, I'm supposed to feel bad about the comment just made to me.
And then he sinks. Yeah. No, you're right, man. JP says, this was not easy. I felt that everyone did a decent job for their character, so I'm going with Lucas's blonde buddy outside of Video Armageddon.
Yes! Wow!
That tells him he's doing great.
Go!
He was so bad, Lucas had to send him away to get him a Pepsi.
Go get a Pepsi.
That's true. Hey, that's fine. 2 votes for blonde kid with Lucas outside Video Armageddon.
We should call him Dork Lips. That's what Lucas says.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dork
All right.
Lips.
Yeah, Dork Lips.
2 votes for Dork Lips as we go to Joe.
All right. Definitely going to go with Hulk Hogan, Stand with Muscles. I'm going to get that out before anything else.
Or anybody else does.
Yeah, because I feel like
Or what happened last time.
They try to beat me to the punch.
Yeah.
This time I'm going to get ahead of them on it.
Nice.
But my runner-up, and I will plant my flag, and I this can literally be replaced with a trash can full of dirt, is Jennifer.
Oh, my God. Dude.
What? Why are you guys looking at me like that?
She didn't even go down the river at all.
It just sunk 3 feet of water.
And really only trash cans full of dirt do
is
that.
trying not to laugh at that.
Who's your
Not
actual?
stand for the Jennifer slander.
I hope you come back on the show after this.
Maybe never again.
What was that, James?
Well, who's your actual vote?
Jennifer.
Oh, I thought you said that was your runner-up.
No, well, it's Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
but,
gotcha.
Yeah, so
Jennifer is your actual vote?
She wasn't even in
She
the
wasn't even
movie.
in the movie, dude.
She wasn't in the movie.
She was in a photograph. She was in the movie.
photograph.
She didn't do any acting. She was just in a.
Because she's a trash can full of dirt.
Fair enough.
The worst acting.
I'll allow it. Overruled. Objection overruled.
I planted my flag.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I planted my flag, and it was somebody in the movie.
Yeah.
Their pictures in the movies. Therefore, that's legit.
True.
Don't get on me.
Juan Sanchez went with Maura Grissom because she was a wholly unnecessary third wheel between Jimmy and Lucas at the finale of the game tournament.
Yeah.
Did she even have any speaking lines? I don't think she said anything.
She said a couple things, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
She said
All right.
something, yeah.
All right, fair enough. For my trash can, I also went with Dork Lips.
Yay,
yeah.
Dork Lips.
Sometimes it's hard. It immediately as he opened his mouth, I said, "Well, that settles that one."
Yeah, he was third
was
place.
easy.
In mine.
That's rough, man.
He was third place.
Let's see here. We got Jason Smith who goes Fred Savage.
Oh, what?
Fred
Whoa.
Savage. Corey.
What?
Wow.
It's a bold choice.
I actually liked Fred.
I thought so too.
He did a good job.
Because I don't mind kid actors, but the longer this movie went on, the worse he got, especially his scenes with Jenny. By the end, everything he did was so cringy, it really reached peak douche and cemented his trash can when he was swaggering through the casino gaming area with sunglasses on. So, Jason, your vote stands, but I think what you just fell into that trap here. Sometimes people do that with the trash can, with the character they hated the most,
Yeah.
as opposed to who was the worst actor in the movie.
If he didn't give Middle School Boy, then I don't know what does. I think he.
No, yeah.
I think he fit it.
But if it sounds like for Jason, he really annoyed him.
Yeah,
which
I
is
get that.
valid, totally
Yeah, I get it.
valid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jenna, who's your trash can?
Dork Lips.
So fast, so fast.
No hesitation.
He can even make eye contact with Lucas. It's just.
Yeah, it's bad. And then finally, gym teacher Andy said, while there were options by the trucker and truckload, looking at you, Lucas's blonde friend, with the good job, man, you're really going to rip their gizzards out.
Perfect.
I had to go with professional adult actor who added nothing and more. Wendy Phillips as Christine, a.k.a. Mama Zoloft.
That's good.
Zoloft is a prescription medication
Yes.
that just zones people out. She was terrible. I actually had to check to find the character and actress's name because she was just the mom in my head.
Oh my gosh.
She was forgettable and boring in a role where she could have at least added a little bit of emotional anchoring for everybody else.
She had nothing.
Well, she basically let the stepdad make all the decisions.
Yeah.
The only part of the performance that was memorable was her telling Putnam to shut up at video game Armageddon. That's such a good vote. It almost makes me want to change it. But I'm not going to because I already planted my flag. But
I forgot about her. That's how in the back of my mind she was.
The whole movie's about this parent-child dynamic, and she's useless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She could have been a trash can.
Any emotional connection with her children at all.
It's a great vote.
But Dork Lips is going to win the trash can full of dirt. Sorry, kid.
You're going to really tear their gizzards out.
Rip their gizzards out, man.
Sorry, kid, wherever you are, now very old adult in their 40s. If you ever hear this, oh, hey, someone did a podcast episode about that movie I was in.
They ripped me to pieces.
Poor guy.
They got
They're
me.
so excited.
Sorry, man. I'm sure you're a great dude and a great father if you have kids and probably are into cool stuff, but you sucked in this movie.
I hope you're still hanging out with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's really cool.
He's probably hitting
Imagine
all
getting to say you were in a movie with him.
And that you had a better part than him. Like, get on his level, Toby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next award we give out is to an actor like Dork Lips in a small role that only had few precious moments of screen time, but with that time, really made the movie better by their appearance. It's the Steve James Award.
You know, every place you go, there's always someone who thinks he's a badass, right? Then there are those few who are. Are you some kind of a badass karate boy?
Ooh. All right, Madela, who's your unsung hero?
So I'm guessing Lucas is too popular of a character or too much in the movie for that.
He's only in like 3 scenes.
Okay. Because I would say Lucas.
Okay.
Yeah. I know, like, as a character, as the movie progresses, you're like, oh, I don't like him.
Yeah.
But I think he did his part for Nintendo, and I think he did his part for the role. And I would like to see more about, like, how did you become so popular with 6th graders, buddy?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And he's got his whole crew that went to California with him. Like,
including these twin brothers that stand up behind him and
I was going to say, are they twins?
stare at him.
They look like
Yeah.
They look like they are.
Like, oh,
I'm going to take this off because they're not going to be able to see what the heck we're talking about.
he's so cool.
Oh, oops.
No, that's okay. My fault.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
going to go with Lucas.
All right, Lucas gets that vote.
Valid.
JP Dozier says Frank McRae as Spanky. Whenever he was on screen, he just felt good inside because he was doing all he could to help the kids out, whether it was giving the kids a ride or gambling for them. Great actor, and you could always use a friend like Spanky. Nice vote there, JP.
Yep.
Yes.
Gambling for kids like you should.
That's right.
Yep.
All right, Joe, who you got?
All right. So my runner-up is Spanky. Absolutely, I did like him as that character. I think I really loved him in Batteries Not Included.
Yes.
So I think that's the only reason why he fell short, because I think my love for him was more for Batteries Not Included than this movie.
I got you.
But my Steve James Award goes to an uncredited actor and his blue Speedo, the old guy at the beach.
Yes.
At the pool scene.
Wherever
Butt
he
cleavage.
He is
Probably dead by
Yeah,
now.
yeah. That man has that one thing made, even though as disgusting as he was, that was the fun. I watched this with my sister and myself, and we could not stop laughing for about 10 minutes.
I respect it.
That was the one part that was just absolutely crazy, and I thought that was the most entertaining because it just came out of left field.
Yeah.
And how disgusting it was, but. He is definitely my unsung hero. Him and his butt cheeks and his
Respect.
one red sock.
Yeah.
Yep, look it up.
Juan Sanchez says Spanky, Frank McRae. This guy brought the truck from Stallone's character in Over the Top. Seriously, it's the same truck. Yeah, JP Dozier put this in on his notes as well.
Yeah.
You'll see he gets out. It says Hawk Trucking, and it's the same truck from Over the Top that Stallone was driving. They used it again in this movie. He helped bankroll their trip and the countless quarters spent practicing, and then he and the rest of the Trucker Avengers saved Jimmy from that absolute rat bastard Putnam. Plus, one of the most epic lines in the movie was, "So you touched her breast, huh?" Good stuff. Yeah, good vote. That's 2 votes for Spanky.
Yeah.
I went Christian Slater.
I forgot.
That's a good call out.
Yeah, he's like 7th on the list of the cast because he's actually not in it that much. And I thought he was much better than Dad.
Oh,
way better.
So much better actor than Dad.
Yeah. And I really believed him and his relationship with his brother and all of that. So I thought Christian Slater killed it.
And his little the little secondary plot of like him and his father kind of bonding, even though they're looking for their, the kids, they kind of bonded, they had some father time together. So
absolutely,
that little secondary plot wasn't bad. So yeah, that was.
It's too bad he wasn't in it too much. I wish he kind of was. But.
We should have talked about him more.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Oh, well. Next time we do it.
Jason Smith came in here and he goes, I have several that I was conflicted over, but I am going to choose Thomas Stanzik as Rick, the video game counselor. I really enjoyed his part, even without a lot of lines. He was friendly and helpful and added some quirkiness to the training montage. It needs to be said that calling into the Nintendo helpline that often for that long would have been extremally expensive. Yes.
Oh my gosh, the minutes.
There was a reason I was never. Oh gosh, yeah, and I was never allowed to call it because it was like $1.99 for the first minute, and then like 99 cents each additional minute. So it was like $1 a minute as it was going by.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you said they'd probably take a long time too.
Oh yeah, because I got to go look it up. Hold on, wait 10 minutes while I look this up. Sure, no problem. Not my money.
You did a good job though.
Yeah, it was good. He also wanted to give a shout out because he goes, I know I can't do this because it's a thing, but I wanted to choose the Power Glove. If you were a kid watching this movie, it was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Could it do any of the stuff they showed? No. But it didn't matter because it was badass. How the hell did Lucas, living in bumfrick Utah while hanging out and playing video games at an airport cafe, get the Power Glove? Yeah. Great question.
Fair question.
Jenna, who's your unsung hero?
Spanky.
Oh, that's a third vote for Spanky.
No, I loved his character, and he like I don't know, he just was so sweet, and I don't know, he was a very lovable character for me. So.
Nice. Awesome. And Gym Teacher Andy said, who elevated the ever-living bejesus out of a minor role? Who had proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that cocaine and pre-workout is not just for stars? It has to be my man Steve Greaves as the Armageddon announcer. My God, this man left a part of his soul in this film. He screamed, he sweated, he capered, and cajoled like a 1989 NES-based Pied Piper. I wanted an entire movie trilogy following the character around after that performance. Brav effing oh. Well, strong take.
Yes.
From Gym Teacher Andy. But Frank McRae as Spanky is going to win the Steve James Unsung Hero Award.
Solid. I like it.
Solid.
So on eBay right now, a Power Glove is running about $118. So anywhere between $100 and $150.
Yeah. And that's just for the nostalgia of it.
Yeah.
The thing's a piece of garbage.
Yeah, you're not actually going to do anything with it.
That's more to like take a picture for Instagram with it and be like, 100%. Oh, I got a Power Glove.
That's it.
Yeah. So we're going to really quickly here hike up BMR Mountain for one actor who is in his third BMR movie here. And what we try to answer with this is what has been their peak performance. Not on the movie, like which movie was better, but their specific performance that they've reached. What's the heights they've reached on the Bad Movies Rule? And so you've got Christian Slater here appearing in his third BMR movie with Broken Arrow and 3,000 Miles to Graceland being their other two movies. And I'm sure that you haven't seen either of those.
No.
Have you seen any of those?
I've seen 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
Okay.
Broken Arrow, I'm not
seen
sure.
Broken Arrow.
Yeah.
I've seen parts of Graceland.
So we hammered him during the Broken Arrow episode for being a terrible acting performance, so I can't put that one on top. And he's kind of not there for very long in 3,000 Miles to Graceland. He's like the fifth member of their crew or whatever.
Yeah.
I think The Wizard is his peak so far.
between those three movies,
Yes.
guys, not his entire catalog.
No.
Just those three movies.
Yes.
That I 100% I agree with that.
I think it's his peak. I think it was a really good performance from him.
Yeah.
I think he did good.
I agree. He did really good in this movie.
And so we're going to have some more Christian Slater movies. We'll eventually do Gleaming the Cube and some of the other ones.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. But as of right now, I'm going to say, I know this is a kind of a quick mountain rendition here, but I think it's clear. I would actually go Broken Arrow for his performance on the bottom, even though I like that movie better than 3,000 Miles to Graceland. But I would go Wizard, 3,000 Miles, Broken Arrow.
Performance.
Yeah, just his performance. He was a block of wood in Broken Arrow. John Travolta ate up all the scenery in that movie.
Oh, 100%.
It was crazy. Craziness. All right, well, it's time to put a bow on this thing, and all the perseverating is over, and we have to marry the objective and the subjective here. So, Madeline, we're going to start with you, and you have the floor on your rating for The Wizard.
This movie has no business being on this show. This movie should have been on GMR. This is a good movie, straight up.
What?
I love this movie, and I think objectively it's also very good.
Wow. That's incredible.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
JP Dozier. Oh, my gosh.
Did you write a monologue on that one?
No, because here.
Okay.
JP Dozier said, this movie introduced us all to the Power Glove and Super Mario 3. Even though the Power Glove kind of sucked, it was still something that everyone wanted because of this movie. And I can't tell you how many hours I had spent playing Super Mario 3. Whenever I zone out, if someone starts talking to me, most of the time when I come to, I just say, California, just because. I love that, JP. That's hilarious, dude.
Nice.
I love this movie so much, and it's one of my favorites to watch. There is so much nostalgia to this movie, so I gave this a good movie, full stop rating from JP Dozier. Joe, the floor is yours, sir.
Okay. Couple of points. Nostalgia level, 10.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Absolute 10. Okay. If I were to rate this when I was younger, I would say definitely good movie that's great. I would definitely say a younger me would have enjoyed this. But as I sit, as right now, as an adult, watching that movie, okay, nostalgia aside, that is a bad movie, full stop. That is a piece of trash movie. The whole premise of it was far-fetched.
Complete bad movie.
It's a complete bad movie.
Wow.
Okay? The only good thing about the movie, is the nostalgia.
This guy.
Okay? They just hammer-fisted conflict and every chance they can get. They shoehorned the game console every 7 minutes. The reason why the kid had to go to California, he didn't want to go to California because of the video games. The whole plot was just stupid. I did not like the movie. Bad movies, full stop.
Wow. Look at we're all over the board here.
Like me, I don't care.
I do, but I love having a strong take. That's all I want people to have. So I respect that, Joe.
You just don't respect me.
That's not true. That's not true. Out of all the people at this table, I respect you.
What?
Juan Sanchez says.
I don't know what that means.
Juan Sanchez, it couldn't be more in-your-face commercial for Nintendo, but with that adorable baby face Fred Savage and the sheer 80s-ness of kids having an adventure without parental supervision, it's a no-brainer as to what I think this should be rated as. Bad movie that rules, from Juan Sanchez. So we've covered 3 of the 4 possibilities now in just 4 people.
You know, out of the 4 of us, James is definitely here.
Yeah.
Thanks, James.
Man. Joe, you are going to go down in history as one of the announcers on BMR.
You know what James has? Yep.
So confused.
I had a brain fart and I tried to ride through it and they're not letting me do it. Where are we? Okay.
Nice try.
Jason Smith.
You're a trier.
There were definitely things that made this movie bad beyond the cringe of Fred Savage. The movie was equal parts a funny chase movie, an ABC after school special, accurate, Rain Man, and a kidnapping movie. It really needed to pick a lane and stay with it. The kids kept showing up without adults in places and situations where there was no one questioning why they were there alone. Like 3 kids checking into a hotel in Reno doesn't raise any red flags. But yeah, I don't know how I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that they were in a very luxurious hotel.
Yeah.
By themselves.
Maybe that's in the extended cut. But it also had a lot of fun moments. I really enjoyed the dynamic between Slater, Bo Bridges, Uncle Putnam. The inclusion of the Power Glove and the epic Mario 3 reveal makes this a bad movie that rules. I love rewatching it at random times just for the nostalgia. Thank you. Jason Smith, a.k.a. the ghost of episode 6, Clinton. This is a reference to my awards from Samurai Cop. Oh, that's right. I don't know if anybody's going to get that reference, but no. I do.
But real quick, though, I'll sum up this movie by describing what I think it is. It is a combination of Homeward Bound, Rain Man, and Casino.
Wow.
Those 3 movies came together.
They've never done
and they created The Wizard.
I like that. Jenna?
I love this movie. I loved it. Like, yeah, sure, there was like parts that I thought were really stupid, but it made.
I'm sorry. My apologies.
There are parts you thought were stupid.
It made me laugh like so many different times, and it just like I would watch it again over and over. So I'm gonna say good movie.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this is your first good movie rating ever.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you rated The Fog or Dragon.
I'm pretty like critical of other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, look at that. Get a good movie rating from Jenna is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Especially for someone that was not alive then and it don't have, like, you don't even have the nostalgia factor. Like some people would say, oh, you like this because it brings you back. But you just like it as straight up as a Gen Zer. I love that.
Yeah, I played Super Mario, but
right.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about the Power Glove or anything like that.
That's awesome. Gym teacher Andy said, is The Wizard a bad movie? Unquestionably.
Yep.
But does it also rule? That's where things get messy. I really struggled with the incredibly uneven tone, direction, performances, photography, basic plotting elements that seem beyond insane when viewed through a 2024 lens. All of these are strikes against us, but this movie is like a garbage plate served in an airport cafe and children's arcade. Far better than the sum of its parts. While I can drag this movie for its multitude of flaws, I still chuckle at some of the lines, love a few performances, and by God, I had to pull out Mario 3 and play it with my kids immediately after.
Aww.
Bad movie that rules because of nostalgia and video games. Thanks again, man. For all you guys, do what you do. And man, I hope Bob has to watch this one. Nope, he didn't. Sorry about that, brother. He goes, best wishes, and may you all find the warp whistle. Gym teacher,
nice.
Andy. All right, so here's my thoughts on this movie. I watched it back in the day, but it was almost like watching it again for the first time because there was so much I hadn't remembered. It wasn't one I watched like on repeat and stuff. What really shook me about this movie is how touching it was, and I was not expecting that. Most times movies like this go for that kind of schmaltzy sentimentality. It's done in such a way where I'm just like, ugh, barf. But I thought the stuff with Jimmy was done really well, really well, you know? And so that is hard to do in this kind of movie. So that's objectively good. And the movie itself, plotted in some cases ridiculously, but the comedy still works. Fred Savage still works. The video game stuff is kind of ridiculous because they're trying to explain it for an audience that doesn't live in that culture. So I understand that. I think The Wizard's a straight up good movie. I do.
You made the right choice.
I do. I was really trying hard to find something with this movie that I could say like, oh, this is garbage. It's legit good in ways I wasn't expecting. And so I think The Wizard lives on. I think it's better than it's rated. I think it needs another shot. And if you haven't gone to see it, go ahead and go watch it. The Wizard rules.
I'm the bad apple here.
That's okay.
I'm the sour apple.
I've been in that spot.
Bunch.
I was the only one when we were doing Vigilante Force. It was come on, you guys.
Remember me with Last Starfighter?
That's right. He was the only one that was like, this movie blows.
Only one, and I wouldn't take no for an answer.
Wait a minute. Did I just seal my fate? Am I going to get ripped over the coals for not liking this movie
don't
like
think
you
so.
did with the whole.
I don't know if The Wizard is as beloved as The Last Starfighter, but every movie is somebody's favorite movie. So whoever that is out there will
Somebody's
hate
gonna
you
get-
for
yeah,
that, for
somebody's
sure.
gonna hate me for
Absolutely.
You'll have dog crap on your porch.
But it's time to move on. I do have a timetable here on DH9K's return. It's been almost 2 months
Really?
since she's been out.
Got her back up and working again?
Almost. I would say if not next week, definitely the week after.
Okay.
We're going to have her back. So DH9K will be making her triumphant return here in September once things are back and running. So it's been a long road, and I think I shouldn't have gave her access to the internet. I think is what I should have done.
Yeah,
Kept
she
that
tried to pull a
off.
Skynet.
So she did try to get out.
Yep.
But anyway, we've been going old school for the last 6 weeks, and so we're still doing that on our random number pulls from our list.
That
and
works.
so next week, it's time to meet the Flintstones. They're a modern Stone Age family from the town of Bedrock. They're a page right out of history. Someday, maybe Fred will win the fight. Then the cat will stay on for the night. When you're with the Flintstones, have a yabba dabba doo time. A yabba doo time. We'll have a gay old time. Oh, we should be canceled. They should be canceled. They've got gay in their song.
It's a different meaning of gay.
Oh, all right. Never
Happy.
mind. Flintstones
Jovial.
are canceled. Uncanceled. Next week, I figured you got to sing. We've been singing all episode. We're going to be talking about the John Goodman, Halle Berry, Rick Moranis live action Flintstones movie from the 90s. And so join us for that one. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have Kurt in the house, obviously. He already did a Flintstones episode for his Cartoon Clubhouse.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we got to have him on here for the Flintstones live action movie. We'll catch you guys all next week. Dr. Madeline, Joe, thank you guys for being here.
Hey, not a problem.
Jenna, you were also here. Appreciate that.
I'm not coming back.
Aw.
And
Just kidding.
I hope you guys will, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Jimmy's walking. He's walking to California.
That's right. Don't touch his lunchbox unless you want to get your lights put out by Haley. She punches hard. Snoring in his mask.
Corey's a little bit of a douche.
Lucas.
Dead sister.
Oh my God.
Hey, what?
Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden. We know that one.
We are familiar with Ninja Gaiden.
I'm glad she drowned.
Oh, just okay.